All right. Getting ready for the second portion. Uh, I don't, if Danny Roman goes in there and smokes this guy like a pack of cools, I don't really read too much into it. Payano has become a pinata as of late, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like, I don't read too much into that. I won't hold it against Danny if the rematch with Akhmadaliev never happens, but what I will say is he needs to fight some of the upper echelon guys if it's not going to be MJ. If it's not MJ, then okay, go after Ray Vargas. He's on your side of the street. He's a PBC fighter now. You're a PBC fighter now. It makes sense. All right, what's goody, SSB? We here for the second half. Gonna get it popping. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good. Good card. It's been worth the money. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed that first half. Um, Derevyanchenko fight was everything I thought it was going to be. Good fight. And they got Danny Roman in there with Pinado, who, like I said, these days is more of a pinata. No disrespect to him, but I don't read too much into a victory here. I don't. I don't read too much of that. If it's one sided or whatever the case is, that's nothing to write home about. How many, Inui starts Payano like it wasn't shit. Luis Neri not that long ago, he starts Payano. He struggled with him a bit. He looked a little bit flustered out there against Payano, but better still, he stopped him. So at this point, if Danny stops him, I mean, what are you supposed to say? Yes, I think that I think not afraid without saying too much because I have to save some for the recap tomorrow morning or afternoon. Uh, it's safe to say that Charlo is elite behind a performance like that because Sergey Derevyanchenko was a bona fide top 10 middleweight, and we see what Jamal did to him. So, yes, he's upper echelon, he's elite. And I'm not gonna say more. I'm gonna save it for the recap. I'm gonna save it for the recap. No, I do not think that Jermall Charlo can beat Canelo Alvarez. Put simply, Vic Campos, no. No. Just no. No. No, no, no. No, Vic. No. Uh no. No. I don't think he beats I don't mind the format. I mean, this is the thing. If you're gonna have a 30-minute intermission, which really was more than 30 minutes, try to make people laugh. Have somebody funny up there, somebody with personality, because we get enough commentating in the fight. You understand? We get enough of that during the fight. So if you're gonna have an intermission, I'm of the opinion it needs to be entertaining. Everybody doesn't have the witty pizzazz that we have here at Ring IQ. Now, nothing against those two guys. God bless them. I wish them wealth and prosperity. But the middle of the fight is not the time for a podcast kind of feel. The middle of the fight is good for color commentary, talking shit, fan shit. You got to do stuff like that. That's what I think should have been in the middle. A guy like me. Now, I don't want to work for Showtime. I'm just saying that I could have made more of the time than those two guys did. But God bless them both, because at the end of the day, we all trying to come up, man. That's not far fetched, SSB. That's not far fetched. That's not far fetched. I was goody Dreamland. Carlos was good. I rather listen to Eubank Senior for 30 minutes. Talk about anything. If I'm being honest, that's a good recommendation. GB Boxing. That's a good recommendation. Yeah, I mean, I had it wide for Jamal, Mitch. I had it wide. And I'm glad that it wasn't controversial either. I'm glad that he won fair and square. So there's not going to be any arguing in the morning. If by some chance you see anybody saying that it was a draw, that Sergey should have at least like, no, dog, no, no. As far as this Danny Roman Payano fight, like I said, at this point, Payano is a pinata. So I mean, I don't know. I need Danny Roman versus Akhmadaliev 2 or Danny Roman versus Ray Vargas. That's what I need. Yeah, like Payano's coming off a loss to Luis Neri. I thought I had to check because to my knowledge, Payano hadn't had a fight since the Luis Neri fight. And the Luis Neri fight was a year ago, bro. That was a year. That was over a year ago. That was in July of last year. So if you put him in there with Danny Roman and Danny smokes him easy, you can't read too much into that because he's coming off a loss, and that was a year ago, and he's at 122 now. That fight was at 118. So I mean, like I said, if it's not as far as I'm concerned when it comes to Danny Roman, if it's not Ray Vargas, if it's not Luis Neri, if it's not Angelo Leo or Mutajan Akhmadaliev, if it ain't one of them, then it ain't against nobody. That is, unless Stephen Fulton beats Angelo Leo, which is possible. But, he could go. To me, this is a tune up fight, bro. To me, this is a tune up fight. Homeboy, why do you think Charlo didn't run his mouth for once after a fight? Well, I mean, I think I'm not gonna run him down. I'm not gonna run him down because he did good. He actually did really good, and I'm really glad that he made it decisive and it wasn't controversial. That we don't have to argue about anything. That he won fair and square. But I think he was just reveling in the moment. That he didn't say a whole heap of shit. I think he was just enjoying his moment. Maybe those two kids are becoming more mature. That's a possibility too. Maybe they're becoming more mature, not just as fighters, but as men. Because that happens. You think Chenko is whack at Paroqua? I'm legitimately asking. I'm not being sarcastic or anything like that. I'm legitimately asking. I liked how he looked with Chenko. I did. I liked how he looked with Chenko. But I'm gonna put it this way. I have a lot of thoughts on that fight, and I don't want to say them all right now. I want to save something for the recap because I think that a lot of context is being left out of the fight. I like what I saw from Jamal. Don't get me wrong, but I do think that there was some context that needs to be addressed there, and I'm going to get to that. But I don't want to diminish his victory. It's just that you have to look at the whole picture. Take this Payano versus Roman fight, for example. This guy is coming off a loss at a lower weight, and he hasn't fought in a whole year. So if Danny Roman he goes in there. Let's say he cleans the guy's clock in this round. We can't read too much into that. How could we? The guy's coming off a loss, and he hasn't fought in a year. Who did better? I would say that Charlo looked better against Sergey than Jacobs, but that's going. I'm gonna tell you, SSB. I'm gonna talk about that. But to answer your question, I do think that Jamal looked better against Sergey than Danny. I do think that. Sergey's style was tailor made for Charlo compared to Korobov. That's a fair assessment. You know, Korobov's a southpaw, and that has its role to play. That he's coming at you from that angle, and that he's leading with that hand. That kind of throws everything off. So that's fair to say that. That's fair. And if I'm honest, I feel like Matvey Korobov is a harder guy to read than Sergey. I think he's a harder guy to read. Sergey is a good physical fighter, that he's going to make things rough and tumble, but he's not necessarily a nuanced guy to where he's doing little things and little tricks and setting little traps to fight his fight. That's not necessarily the kind of guy that he is. I swear to God, if you don't get rid of this fucking guy in the first half, I swear to God. I love Bivol, man. Are you nuts? I love that fucking guy. Underrated guy. I love that fucking guy. Charlo seems to wait for others to fight someone first. Uh, I like I said, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave something for. I want to leave something for the recap video because there's really a lot to talk about there. You know, there's a lot to talk about. For what it's worth, it's a good win, but you know, I always curb my enthusiasm. I always do that because a lot of people they just don't get carried away, because people look at a victory like that and get carried away and don't think about a lot of other shit, you know. It's like when Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. Wilder needed a name like the name of Luis Ortiz. He had the fight and he won the fight, but don't read that much into it because Luis Ortiz hadn't beaten anybody good. The best guy that he fought was a guy that Klitschko beat already. That was the best guy that Luis Ortiz fought and beat. A guy that was coming off a loss in his last fight. To this day, he hasn't really... think about it this way. If you know anything about the resume of Alexander Povetkin, and you know anything about his career, think about everything he's done and that he just knocked out Dillian White. He added another great scalp to his resume. Luis Ortiz don't have names like that on his resume. He don't. You were around the same time that Alexander Povetkin was around. But the difference is Alexander Povetkin fought a lot of guys that were somebodies at that time, and you didn't. To this day, the best name on Luis Ortiz's resume is Bryant Jennings. That's it. Aside from that, aside from Bryant, who was coming off a loss, who did Ortiz beat that we should be falling out of our chairs? You know what I mean? Who did he beat? You look at Povetkin's resume, shit, it's night and day, bro. He beat Christian Hammer before Luis Ortiz. He beat him before. He beat Marius Vach, Mike Perez, Carlos Takam, Manuel Chaw. I want to say that he beat Andrzej Warzik, as that's a decent win because at least Andrzej was undefeated. I always think it's noteworthy when you give a fighter his first professional loss, and even though Andrzej didn't go on to do very much, what we could say is, yeah, Alexander put him on that path. He was undefeated when they fought, and motherfucking Povetkin knocked him out in 3 rounds, bro. It wasn't life or death. He knocked him out in 3 rounds. Marco Huck, Ruslan Chaigev, those are good wins. Undefeated Eddie Chambers, that's a good win. Chris Bird, TKO in 11 rounds, good win. These are the names that you should see on Luis Ortiz's resume, but these are the names that you don't see. And you were around the same time as this guy, but you didn't fight these people. At that time, these were the somebodies, all right? You never fought Klitschko because you got popped for peds. Did you at least fight the top contenders that were top contenders at that time? No, at that time, your best win was a cruiserweight, Latif Coyote, and you got popped for peds after you fought him. So It's like, come on, man. Yo, I know you did not just woman. You did not have to do that. Hey, woman, you did not have to do. Jesus Christ, cat. I appreciate Jesus Christ. Just showing some love to the boxing channel that gave me enough info to hustle my uncle into a 5K Charlo UD gamble. Yo, yo, I appreciate that, cat. You didn't have to do that, man. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. As you might already know, Kat, I do have I do have Jermel knocking out Jason. That's how I've got it. I think I'm gonna go 4-0 today. Kat, you really didn't have to do that, but I appreciate the hell out of you for doing it. Thank you very much. But yeah, man, I still think of Luis Ortiz as a good win for Wilder. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's been blown out of proportion so much that it's almost annoying. Like, bro, calm down. Yes, he beat Ortiz. But who did Ortiz beat? Who did he beat? I appreciate that, Tashi. No, Kat, I can't thank you enough, man. Like, you didn't have to do that. That I appreciate it though. Thank you for that. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, battle. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's when I looked at the first thing I'm gonna say is that Charlo won fair and square. As far as I'm concerned, he did win fair and square. But I thought about both scenarios. I thought about both scenarios because I didn't think that Sergey could knock him out. And I had to ask myself, well, if Sergey can't knock him out, can Sergey win on the cards? Can he get a fair decision? I thought about it. I don't think so. Matvey didn't get a fair decision. And then I thought about the other end of it that, you know what? Jamal doesn't have to rob this guy, though. It doesn't have to be a robbery. Jer- um, um, Sergey is coming off a year of inactivity. He's coming off a year of inactivity, and he's coming off a very physically taxing fight. And Sergey is not in his 20s. You know, Sergey's not in his 20s. You were in a war with Danny. You were in a war with Gennady Golovkin. A year later, you're fighting Jamal. You know, what does that do to your punch resistance? What does that do to your timing? You know, and Jamal comparatively has not been in wars, so he's fresher. He doesn't have the wear and tear. So it just seemed likelier than not that any way you slice it, a Jamal Charlo decision was much likelier than Sergey winning in any form or fashion. It's just likelier that, as far as I'm concerned, Sergey would have to knock the guy out to win, and I'm not convinced he had the punching power to do it. Shout out to Cat, man. I appreciate that, man. That's really a nice gesture. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Yo, we're in the fourth round. Come on, Danny Roman. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, for a guy who hasn't fought in a year, Carlos don't look half bad. Carlos doesn't. He's using his legs though. I mean that's what's keeping him in this fight. He's picking his battles. Mark, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. You didn't have to. Well, you know that. I appreciate that from Mark for honoring the bet. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. It's not. It's. I'm gonna say this, Jeff. It's not that. It's not about stopping Sergey. You understand what I mean? It's not that he has to get knocked out. It's just that you know that if you was in a physically taxing fight, those are the kind of fights that take years off of your career. That's and he had that kind of fight with Danny. He had that kind of fight with Gennady Golovkin. If you think about the Jack Colquet fight, Yo, he didn't look good with Jack Colque, bro. He did not look good with that guy. Shout out to Ace Gold. I appreciate it, man. Considering I've only seen Payano for one round, yeah, I agree with you, Ace. I agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you there. It's I think that's a little bit harsh, Bingo. But you're not all. I mean, you're not far off the mark. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to let Ahmed in on this conversation, but I want to save something for the recap though, because there's a lot to talk about there. Sergey just had the wrong game plan. Why he did not go for the body straight away for fear of being caught upstairs, Arian. That's what I think. I think it's what Intangible said, that if he drops his hands and goes to Charlo's body, he's open upstairs for a counter shot. So he went head hunting essentially. Yeah, Colquet's a tricky guy, man. I mean, Colquet, for what it's worth, remember he made Demetrius Andrade look a little bit bad too at 154. He made him look bad. So you think about all that different stuff when it comes to Sergey, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see Sergey knocking. Sergey couldn't knock out Jack Colquet, right? So it's like he can't knock out Colquet, but he's gonna knock out Jamal? Nah, no way, no way. Yeah, Sergey been in some wars. At the end of the day, we wanted him versus Charlo after the fact of these wars. Most of us had him beating Triple G his last fight pandemic. Unfortunately, yeah, and I don't say these things to diminish Jamal's victory. It's just that realistically, you have to look at all this stuff and say, does this guy beat Jamal? Nah, nah, nah. He don't. I hate to admit it, Charlo looked better than Jacobs did against Sergey. I believe he did look better than Jacobs did against Sergey, but I don't discount that Jacobs did it first, and that is important. That's important that Jacobs did it first, that Gennady did it first, because you're getting what they did after the fact. You reap the benefit of what they did after the fact. If you go back to who was it? Oliver McCall? I think it was Oliver McCall. Before Lennox Lewis had the rematch with Oliver McCall, Frank Bruno beat Oliver. I believe that was that was Oliver McCall. I believe that Frank Bruno had beat Oliver, and I look at stuff like that and I think, that has a role to play. That has a role to play. That he beat that guy before you had the rematch with him. I'm not gonna dismiss that. That's kind of important. I got into a debate with my older bro of who was more powerful. He said Wilder, I said Joshua. What do you think? I would say, if I'm being honest, I lean towards Joshua. And the reason that I lean towards Joshua is because I always ask myself a question. Would dehydrated Bermain Stavern go 12 rounds with Anthony Joshua? No, I don't think he could have. But he did with Wilder. And that is where I gauge the power. Would dehydrated Bermain Stavern be able to go the distance with Anthony Joshua or some other fighter? And I say no. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I don't think Wilder's a strong puncher. I do think he's a strong puncher, but I think that his power is a bit overrated because there's a lot of guys out there that I don't think Bermain Stavern could have went 12 rounds with that night. No. There's a lot. I don't think Bermain Stavern would have went 12 rounds with Filip Hrgovic. I don't think that. I don't think Bermain Stavern would have went 12 rounds with Alexander Povetkin. I don't think that. I don't know, Brock, but he was hospitalized. I don't know why he was dehydrated, but I know he was hospitalized for it after the fight. But I don't know why he was dehydrated. Wilder only has the straight right. Joshua has power in both hands with pretty much any punch. That's a fair point. And I mean that's important that Anthony Joshua has several ways of delivering that power, whereas Wilder has but one. And like I said, I think he's a strong puncher. I do. We see what he did to Dominic Breazeale. So yes, he can punch, dog. Don't get it twisted. He can punch. He's a puncher and he hits hard. But the mystique of his power, yeah, I do think it's a little bit overrated because you were landing on Bermain Stavern. He was dehydrated. He was hospitalized for it. And, he went the distance with you. You didn't knock the guy out until after 2 years that he was doing absolutely nothing. Yes, Ace, I think it's safe to say that. I think it's safe to say that. I don't think that fight goes the distance, Alejandro. I don't think it does. I don't think that fight goes. I really feel like I don't like. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be in the first round. That's just presumptuous. But I feel like some Erickson Lubin type shit might happen where he catches him with a short punch in between a combination or something. I just feel like Jermell can catch him between the shots because both the Charlo brothers, they're accurate punchers when they want to be. They really are. Think about the uppercut that Maul hit Julian Williams with. That was a picture perfect punch, bro. Picture perfect. He rolls the shot off the shoulder, counters with the right hand. Perfect. Think about how short the punch was that Jermell hit Lubin with. I picked Jermell to win that fight, you understand. I picked him to win that fight. But I didn't think he was going to finish the guy in the first round. Like, bruh. I think that he's going to knock him out. Let's see, Rod. Now, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. Uh if I had to put a number on it, Luis, I don't know, maybe 35 to 40% chance. No more than that. And I'm being generous with the 40 because I don't see that happening. If you open up too much on Jermell, you're gonna give him the opportunity to plant a power shot. And Jason is not a finesse guy. You got to fight the kind of fight that Tony Harrison fought, a defensive fight where you don't give him that many openings and you work behind your lead hand, move around the ring. You got to catch him trying to come through the front door and get aggressive with you. You have to discourage him. But if you open up on him, you're giving him the chance to land clean. And that's what I think is going to happen to Jason. Landongo, Julius Landongo, I dig it. That was such a nasty knockout too. Rosario is a dog though. He got them belts. Yeah, but I'm not trying to shit on Julian Williams, but I just really don't feel that he takes the best punch. Like I don't feel that he takes the best. And I really, looking at that Gachet fight, man. Now I feel like Lubin got wobbled in that fucking fight, bro. He got wobbled by Terrell Gachet. Bro, like you better not have a rematch with Jermell. You better not. Nah, I don't think he can make that weight healthy, Maya. If I'm being I don't think he can make that weight healthy. I think Rosario will perform better than Sergey did. I won't be surprised if he well, let's see. That's the intrigue, bro. That's what we're all here to see. Can he do it? I don't think he can, but you think he can? Let's find out. Jesus Christ, seven. Come on, Danny Roman is you know you know. I don't know, man. I feel like it's like Tony Harrison, who I think is a great pure boxer. Like he's one of the few pure boxers that I really like to watch work. Uh, his deficiency is his ability to take a punch. That's it. Like that's literally it. As far as his boxing is great, but it's I just don't think he could take a I don't think he takes the best punch. Fair point. Lubin is looking shaky. I think Mel might have broke the kid. Sad, really. Getting slept like that so young can be a hurdle. After Butte got ran through by yeah, that's true. That's true. That's definitely true. I just think look. I said it then that Lubin didn't need to be in that fight. That obviously I'm going to watch it because I felt it was a good fight. And Lubin had a little bit of a buzz going at that time. A lot of people forgot, but Lubin had a little bit of a buzz going. Something similar to the buzz that you see for Boots. You know, he had that kind of thing going on. And I felt it was too soon. I was like, yo, dog, this dude hasn't fought a solid journeyman yet. So he's gonna go in there and fight Jamel. I I, I got Jamel. Payano is looking solid. Maybe this is a better weight for him. It's either that or Danny sucks. I mean, or both. The legs on Payano look good. The reflexes look all right. It doesn't look like the year off hurt him, but that could also be because Danny's, Danny. Well, remember, Luis, he hasn't had a fight since the Akhmadaliev fight. He hasn't had a fight since then. So that could be rust we looking at. That could be ring rust. I'm gonna say that the punches look snappy from Payano. The punches look snappy. His legs are there. He's moving well. He's responding well. So who should Lubin fight next, if not Charlo? I think that Lubin should fight. Let me think. Let me think. I think Lubin should fight Julian Williams, Maya Smith. I think that they both should fight each other. I think that fight makes sense. Yes, it's risky, but yo, dog, if you feed him applesauce, you can't feed them applesauce. That's not gonna make them better fighters. You gotta put them in them sink or swim situations, man. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And I know that Julian is coming off a loss, but if they put you in there with a tune-up kind of guy, right? That's not gonna make the situation better. You got to get yourself back in the winner's bracket, and you need to do it against somebody like a Lubin. You can't build up every single fight. You can't do that. There have to be those kinds of fights. Lubin needs a name like Julian Williams on his resume, and Julian Williams needs a name like Lubin on his resume. So I think they should fight. You talking about who? Virgil Ortiz, bro? He's not at 54 yet. I mean, and look, that fight's not gonna happen, bro. He's a Golden Boy Promotions fighter. That fight's not gonna happen. Has Charlo ever? Both of them fought Trout, Luis. Both of them. Both Charlos fought Trout. Tony, yeah, that's a good fight too. That's a good fight too. John, I'll take that because, um, you know, honestly, I could go for Julian Williams versus Tony Harrison, or Tony Harrison versus Erickson Lubin, or Erickson Lubin versus Julian Williams. I could go for either one of those fights if I'm being honest, and those fights make sense. You know that Tony Harrison is a good pure boxer. You know this, so that's a good test for Lubin. That's a step up from Terrell Gachet. It's a step up. He's a former champion. You think so, Alejandro? I mean, hey man, I'm not gonna argue with you, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you. If that's how you feel, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'd rather put Tony Harrison in with Lubin. I'd watch a trilogy and Lubin could knock him out. Tony, yeah, but Tony, look, Tony got Jermel's respect and like he really did, bro. So it's like I feel like Tony Harrison has sneaky power. Sneaky power. You think Tony would beat him? Fight. You think Tony would beat him, Syph Bud? That's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. To answer your question, John, he did better than I. No, I ain't gonna say that. That's not true. I'll say he looked good. That's what I'll say. He looked good. He looked real. He looked good. I'm happy that he made it decisive. No controversy. No funny business. Clear Charlo victory. Was I impressed? I'll tell you why later. I have 12 people who gave me their lists. Ring IQ, top 3 boxing channels outside of you. You're on. Oh, wow. Really? I appreciate that. I didn't even know I was on 9 lists. I appreciate that. I thought Jamal looked real good. I liked how he looked. I liked his reaction time. I liked his situational awareness, what he decided to slip, what he decided to roll, what he decided to counter, when he decided to engage, and what he decided to engage with. I really liked when he got on his jab because whenever he got on his jab, you could see how in control he was. But it's more to that fight than just what you saw the night of the fight. It's more to that fight than just that, bro. J Rock ain't the same. That knockout did something. That's a fair point, man. That's a fair point. Sometimes motherfucker get knocked out and he just not gonna be the same after that, man. You getting yeah, me too, Papa Guy. I am too. Believe me, I am. And you're gonna hear about it in the next episode. Not the next episode, but you're gonna hear about it this week on the relay because I can't with that guy. I can't. I fucking can't. My top 3 is gonna be top 3 boxing channels. These are the boxing channels that I go to the most. Boxing Beats and Rhymes, Unrivaled Boxing Talk, and the wise and powerful Richard Dwyer. I go to more boxing channels than that, like I do, but those are the ones that I literally go to the most. And or I don't interact with Richard Dwyer. I haven't had the pleasure, but I do interact a lot with Beats. I do interact a lot with Unrivaled. Those are my top 3: Boxing Beats and Rhymes, Unrivaled Boxing Talk, and Richard Dwyer. I love Richard Dwyer. I gotta get him on the show. Terrence Crawford. When I see their happy faces smiling back at me. Luis Neri is the fight I'm waiting for. We talked about. Yeah, man. Look, bro. Look, the crowning achievement of Luis Neri's resume are the Yamanaka fights. And both of those fights are tainted. Both of them. In the first fight, you tested positive for a weight-cutting agent. In the second fight, you blew the weight. Are these coincidences? Is it a coincidence that you tested positive for a weight-cutting agent? And is it a coincidence that after that you blew the weight? I don't got time for that guy, man. I just don't. I don't. And I firmly believe, not that they're going to fight because they're not. They're not. But I firmly believe Emmanuel Navarrete would have beat the shit out of him. He would have beat the shit out of him. I don't doubt that for a second. Because Luis Neri is a weight bully. One weight bully versus another big ass weight bully. Well, I'm not even going to call Emmanuel Navarrete a weight bully. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to call him that. I got you, Mark. Dwyer, yeah, I love Dwyer, man. I love Dwyer. I love Richard Dwyer, man. That's one. That's still one of my favorite boxing channels. Even if I disagree with his picks, I still like his insights. I still like listening to his perspective. I mean, do you consider Navarrete a weight bully, Lomachenko? Yeah, I beat Isaac. Low key, I got it from him, bro. When I say Hollifield, that's an homage to my man Dwyer, B. When you hear me say it like that, Evander Hollifield, that's an homage to my man Dwyer, B. Paying homage, yo. I've been listening to you for a while and enjoy your content. Good to see you have grown on YouTube. Hope it brings you. I appreciate that, Mr. Anderson.
Hola.
So, ¿cómo te va? ¿Qué pensaste de la pelea de Charlo?
I think it was a close fight, and the 110 the white scorecard, the third one, because I think it was pretty close, but I'm happy Yermel win. He deserved it.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think? Oh, I'm gonna go around the panel. Mark, not that they're gonna fight because we know that they're not. But if they would have fought Navarrete, Luis Neri, who would you have picked to win that fight?
Navarrete all day long.
Yeah, that's how I have it. That's how I have it. Alejandro, who would you pick for that fight?
Ooh, man, I think Navarrete has better boxing skills because Neri is like one trick pony, big punching power, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. What about
Luis Neri is about to fight right now. I'm watching the fight right now, so he's going to fight.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Alameda.
But Payano is looking really good, eh?
De verdad, pero no, he is. But is it that he's looking good or is it that Danny's looking bad?
I think it's the other way around. I think Daniel is looking pretty bad.
Because I'm like, yo, dog, both of them are coming off of losses.
But I think Julius, they are going to rob Payano. If Payano wins, they're going to rob him.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to rob him because Danny just looks shit.
Oh man, what a great combination! But I'm going to say it like Mexican, como narrador mexicano de boxeo.
Está bien.
Esa buena combinación ahí de Payano, señores. Hey, you want to hear my Guillermo Rigondo impression?
Go ahead.
Okay, but ask me a question in Spanish.
Bueno, Rigondeado, ¿cómo te gustó la pelea?
Bueno, pues tú viste que yo estaba entrenando viendo, yo la...
Julius, I don't know what he said, but that was hilarious.
Oh, shit, dog. That's how he talked, though. He talked like this, he talked like the Spanish Elmo.
Spanish Elmo.
He talked like the Spanish Elmo, B. Yo, look, Danny Roman better not have a rematch with Akhmadali.
Black Lomachenko asked Chacal, why you throw 3 punches per round? So I'm gonna... Can you ask me that, Julius? The same question as Black Lomachenko?
Ok, Chacal, tengo una pregunta. ¿Por qué tú nada más tiras 3 puños por asalto?
Bueno, tú sabes, la escuela cubana, estamos planeando ahí muy bien, pero la última vez que yo tiré más golpes con Lomachenko, pues me rompí la mano.
No, dog. That's just how he talk, dog. Like legit. If you speak Spanish and you hear, that's how he talk.
Hey, Virtuoso wants Mauricio Sulaiman, so ask me a question in English, please, Julius.
All right, Mauricio, don't you think that the franchise title is a bit unnecessary?
Well, first of all, Canelo is like the best fighter in the world, so he deserves it totally. So,
no, recuerda como Mauricio habla. He deserves it Totally.
He deserves it totally.
Porque él habla como que está diciendo una historia. Like,
Yes, sí habla así.
he talk like he's telling a story. Like, let me tell
Luis Puente wants Canelo impression, so ask me a question in Spanish, in English.
Canelo, do you want to fight Triple G for a third time?
Bueno, no, perdón, me salió Rigondo, ¿eh? No, pues Triple G, pues yo casi lo quiero pelear una tercera vez, pero pues es que no nos ponemos de acuerdo con las promotoras y pues Dazón no me quiere pagar lo que yo quiero, ¿verdad?
No te olvides que Canelo says this in every interview. Asaltos y cuadrilátero.
En el cuadrilátero se va a ver todo. Ahí se va a ver si Triple G es bueno, porque yo, la verdad, en los últimos asaltos que nos enfrentamos, pues le faltó definición en los golpes. Ya me están criticando que no estuvo muy bien la de Canelo. Perdón, la voy a trabajar un poquito más, señores. I'm going to work a little bit more on the Canelo one.
That's all right. It was close. It was close.
Al last one, Erislandi Lara.
Ok.
Pregunta en español y ya.
Lara, ¿qué pasó con tú y Judy Lara?
Bueno, coño, porque la última vez que yo lo vi ahí, coño, pues yo estaba ahí en Cuba y que me vine por Miami, tú sabes. Pues la escuela cubana se imparte en todo el mundo.
Yo, dude. That's how it broke, man. That's exactly how he talk.
Ya me voy, Julius, ahorita regreso porque ya va a pelear Neri. Quiero ver qué tal.
Está bien.
See you later, guys.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Ahmed. Ahmed, what did you think about Charlo's performance?
What did you think about it? Because I didn't hear the whole thing. Like, do you think it was a
Well-
good performance or not?
I mean, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm gonna say that I liked his reaction time. I liked I liked what he flipped, what he rolled, what he countered. I liked his jab. I liked how he the only thing that he did that I didn't like, and he didn't do it a lot because there were exchanges that he won at the same time, that there were times when he got the better of the exchange.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm gonna say is that he was so dominant with his jab that he never really needed to let Sergey get inside. And there were times when Sergey's getting inside on him, and it doesn't need to happen because his jab, whenever he throws it, he assumes control.
I thought it was a good performance, but towards the end, I think he kind of let him back. I don't know about if letting him back in is the right word, because I had it close, but some people, I think, might have had a draw. I personally don't think Derevchenko did enough to win. Even a draw, I think maybe you could maybe argue that, but I thought Charlo won about 7 or 8 rounds. The thing I thought that Charlo missed was early on, he was outboxing him and hurting him. After the mid rounds, it looks like he's trying to knock him out a bit too hard, and I don't think he hits as hard as guys like Golovkin and even Jacobs. Although I thought Jacobs did a better job. I don't know. I've seen people saying they thought Charlo did better. I don't know about that. I don't think it was as wide as those cards had it. Jacobs, I thought
I
clearly
would
won.
have to see. I have to really watch that Jacobs fight again. But what I'm gonna say is that even if you say that Jamal did better than Jacobs, you cannot dismiss that he had a war with Jacobs. And he
Yeah.
had a war with Gennady Golovkin. You understand? And he had a hard fight with Jack Colkay. So by the time he gets to Jamal, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. And Jacobs beat him when he was unbeaten, and Jacobs beat him when the guy wasn't coming off like a long layoff for. I
Or
don't
the
want to
loss.
discredit. Yeah, lost as well, long layoff. Although a lot of people did think he beat Golovkin, but that was a fight. You could see that those are type of fights that take a lot out of you. Like I remember when Pacquiao fought Margarito and Martinez fought Chavez. Towards the end of both of those fights, I thought these guys ain't gonna be the same guys, and it looks like that was probably true. I thought Jacobs beat him a lot more clearly because he dropped him in the first round as well. I know that fight a lot of people thought was close, but that Charlo fight was close because I know he hit him a couple of times, but he didn't drop him. And I don't like scoring rounds 10-8 if the guy hasn't been dropped. But Charlo looked good. The thing I'd say is, I think the jury is still out whether or not he could beat guys like Canelo or even Golovkin. I know Golovkin's old, but Golovkin has got advantages that Demchenko hasn't. He's got a better jab. He's got height, size. And I'm not sure. If someone who's seen Demchenko's washed up, I wouldn't say that. I think that's a bit extreme. But I don't think he was the same guy that fought Jacobs even before the Golovkin fight. He's definitely not going to be the same guy after this fight. I think that could be a career.
No. I mean,
That face was messed up.
This is a bad. I mean, if I'm being honest, it was a bad loss for Sergey. I don't want to, but like I said, I don't want to say too much. I got to leave something for the recap. Battle, what'd you think about the fight? All right, Battle fell asleep. CPBN, what'd you think about the fight?
You know, I thought that Jamal did a good job. He did a really good job. He surprised me. But he had all the advantages. He was younger, stronger, taller.
Yeah.
You know, when he used his jab, he could keep Derenchenko back. But I think at times he didn't do his job, and that's when Derenchenko got in.
Wait, Kurt, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
I didn't even know that. I was hearing the voice. That sound like Kurt DeVille.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
All right. All right. Well, yeah. Continue. What'd you think about it?
Well, I would disagree with Jamal. He was like, "Oh, well, it seems like I did my job." Well, you did your job half-assed. You used your jab when you thought to use your jab. When you got in those scuffles, I don't think he liked those scuffles. When he let Derenchenko on the inside, and Derenchenko started ripping shots with those left hooks, and if you recall, Jamal started to come straight back, but Derenchenko will follow you like a little pit bull, you know. And then when he did that, I don't think Jamal liked that too much. He's a tough kid, though. He looked like he could go to the club after that because he don't have thin skin. He don't have that Arturo Gatti skin. However, Sergey does. However, Sergey was putting in work when work was due, but then he remembered, like, listen, let me go back, fight tall like Wilder or somebody, and use my jab and my right hand and my height and my reach. And when he started doing that from rounds 8, 9, 10, he pulled away. He pulled away with it, I feel.
I agree that it was harder to me. It was so obvious whenever he gets behind his jab, get on your jab, stay on your jab. Those were the moments when he was hurting Sergey, when he threw the straight shots. So don't mix it up with him on the inside. That's not necessary. Stay behind your jab.
I think one thing that would worry me. One thing that would worry me is if Jamal couldn't get him out or even drop him, and the guy's literally 2 of his eyes were closed. I don't know if Jamal's power might be a bit overrated, or Sergey is that tough.
Just me, is Hamad quick?
What's that?
You sound quiet, boy.
Hey, I can hear you, but I was about to say like you. I was just.
All right, I was
adjusting my mic. I can hear you.
I'm gonna let him battle in on this battle. What'd you think about it?
I didn't see him. Now, I didn't try to interrupt you just to say I didn't see him. I didn't try to interrupt you just to say I didn't see it. Just that to let you know, like I'm still here. I can hear you though. So
you didn't see the fight?
No, it's not that I didn't want to see it. It's just that I was working. I had homeboy YG call me up, and he was like, update me on the fight.
All right. Well, it was a decent fight.
Yeah, I heard Charlo heard him a couple of times. He was on Queer Street, and then Derenchenko managed.
No, ain't no motherfucking man. Hold on, who got 2 tabs open? All right. Well, to address that, there was only one time that I saw that Jamal hurt him, and Sergey really weathered it. Because other times I felt like he let him off the hook. Other times I felt like he was letting him off the hook. That he was he landed a hard shot, and you could see that Sergey's legs buckled, and Charlo just kind of admired his work, or maybe he was afraid of what might come back at him. I don't know. But there was a lot of times where he got the guy hurt, and I'm like, yo, go after him, get on him. And he didn't. Still a good performance, though. To me, it's a good performance, but it's the talk after that. That look, just because you beat Sergey or whatever, cut that Canelo shit out, dog. Like, just cut that shit out. I already seen it on Twitter.
That's
And
different spaces, mate. That's different fucking spaces. Jesus. That is so far apart, it's unreal.
And they started talking, like, what I saw tonight does not communicate to me that he beats Demetrius Andrade at all.
No, I agree. I think Andre still beats him easily.
That's how I have it, because I'm like, Andrade is a different fight. It's eye level. He's tall like you. He can punch a little bit. He's not the biggest puncher, but he doesn't have to be. He's got a lot of reach, knows how to move around the ring, and more importantly, he's a fucking southpaw. Like Matt
his twitch fibers are so much fucking better. He would just outwork him, outmove him. For me, that's easy work. Easy work.
I'm gonna say, I won't say I think it's easy, but I think that I honestly think if you stage that fight, Andre wins a decision. He wins a decision.
Well, I didn't see the whole fight personally, but I was okay. Well, I still think he can beat Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is just way too clumsy for me. I think it'll be way too many times Charlo would hit him. It wouldn't land that clean, or Demetrius Andrade would just fall down. Like that fight with that one guy he had, I was just like, dude, you were falling over your own 2 feet. Like, you can't even keep yourself up straight. Like, I think Demetrius Andrade is just way too clumsy.
I mean, I get that because sometimes he does look a little bit clumsy. Sometimes he does look a little bit off balance. But I've already seen what a southpaw can do to Jermall Charlo, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that'll remember, one of Jermall's best punches is his jab. What does fighting a southpaw do to his fucking jab? You know, let alone a southpaw who doesn't need to be mid-range to inside to hit you. There's no height differential, bro. He can literally nail you with his jab from the outside. So I don't see Jermall winning that fight, man.
Here's the thing. We know Jermall, almost every fight that he's been in, he's managed to hurt his opponents. It's just that he has to work on his finishing skills. So I think there's a good chance he can knock Demetrius Andrade down and then upset the cards a little bit, maybe get a majority decision.
I don't know, man.
Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. You honestly believe you think he could knock him down? I'm not saying that. I don't think he can get close to touching him.
I think Demetrius Andrade. I think Demetrius Andrade would knock himself down before Jermall could. That's
exactly.
I mean, even if that's so,
Jermall don't get close to him.
Even if that's the case, that's still enough to where it's like, oh well, he hit him while he was going down, so it's not, like we probably be like, okay, whatever. But Demetrius Andrade is just known for that. He's the type of person that kind of put himself in that bad position.
So Demetrius Andrade is one of those people that fighters look at.
I think that Demetrius is way too herky jerky for Jermall. He's way too herky jerky.
I don't think it might not be a popular opinion, but I think Charlo beats it. I don't think.
I think Charlo beats him too. I think Jermall beats.
That's the thing.
Let me tell you something. That Brandon Adams, yo, who got 2 tabs open?
My bad.
That Brandon Adams fight wasn't that long ago, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. That Brandon, I don't forget. I'm not one of them people that I'm gonna just look at your last fight. I think about all your shit, and
yeah, but he beat Adams and
he beat him, but you
listen to what I'm saying. Some of the guys in Andrade went 12 rounds when they looked horrible against.
That's what I'm saying. He looked terrible, like his last few fights. Like that one guy he fought. Like, I think he tried to do this move where he juked past him.
I don't know if it's the mic.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that's
yeah. Okay, so I think he had this one fight where you know how like that people try to showboat whatnot. He tried to run to his left and then move to his right, and then I think he ended up missing the guy anyway. It's just like, dude, you do too much.
You talking about the Luke
Like,
Keeler fight?
I think so. Like he walked past him to his left to like get an angle, and he threw like a left hand. He ended up missing anyway, and like ended up falling over
no,
his
I
2
think it
feet.
was what's that guy that fought Billy Joe Saunders? I think it was was it Akavov? It might have been that fight.
I
Yo,
was
hold
just
on,
like,
hold on,
dude.
wait, see, this is where it's bullshit. This is where it's bullshit. Andre dominated Akavov with one hand. Billy went life or death with Akavov. Matter of fact, there were people saying they thought Akavov beat Billy. If we're gonna keep
that's
real.
true. That's true. He did a better job on Sulecki as well, I think, than Jacobs. But the thing is, he's also had some very stellar performances, like the Fox guy who dropped him. The Vanes fight. I know that was a
beat the shit out of Willie Nelson. He beat the shit out of Elijah Fox.
The Nelson fight was a good fight. That was a good.
And remember, Willie Nelson knocked out Tony Harrison. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So like that's what I be saying. Context is key. Before you say, "Oh well, motherfucking Andre didn't beat." No. He beat Willie Nelson, who beat Tony Harrison, who beat Jermel Charlo. All right.
Yeah, he did beat Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson.
It could be one of those fights where it's a boring, like a really horrible fight, and Andrade might just outbox him and get the decision.
But that's what I see. I see, yo, look, I see Lara versus Gachet. That's what I see.
I just Charlo, I thought didn't have much of a.
I mean, he also did get put on his butt by Vanis Martirosyan.
That's all right, bro. Like that's a long time ago. That's like if I said, well, Jeff Page dropped to a better beef.
Yeah, but a lot of his wins were a long time ago as well. Willie Nelson was about the same time as the Vanes Martirosyan fight.
But Suliecki wasn't. Suliecki wasn't a long time ago. Akavov wasn't a long time ago.
Who do you think just fought the better competition?
And I'm gonna say that Andre, the last couple of years, I'll say 12, well, a little more than 12 months. He's been more active than he's ever been.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the activity. Like, is he sharp? Is he peaking? You know, I think this is a better Andre than 154 Andre.
And man, that Jack Colque fight, man, I thought he lost that one.
Bro, wait. Before we start talking shit about how Colque made Andre look bad, Colque made Derevyanchenko look bad, though.
Yeah, that's true as well.
That's a good point.
And Andrade fought him a couple of years ago as well. The Colque and Derevyanchenko was only last year, if I'm correct. But I don't know. I'd rather see the Golovkin and Charlo fight, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, yes. I'm because look at who Golovkin, like, bro, Zeremata, bro.
Yeah, that's a waste of a time, man.
It's so sad. Like, for the longest time, people was telling me, no, Jamal can beat Triple G. He's scared of him. He's scared. And I was like, dude, you're not telling me this dude is going to be whooping up on Triple G. And people was like, no, man, he's scared. You're not going to fight him. So I was like, you know what? I was like, bet. How about this? When that fight happened, I'm going to bet y'all like so amount of money. And that fight never happened. I was just like, bro, like I look so embarrassing defending Triple G in that fight.
Nah, but I mean, look, when I like if I'm gonna take a bet like that, right? I always put a time frame on it because time is important. If we talking 2016 to 2018 Triple G, Jamal don't beat that dude. No.
Was he even a middleweight?
You think he beats him now, Julius? Yeah.
I think there's a chance, but I need to see because my thing is that boxing math lets you know all the time that just because Jamal looked good against one guy that Triple G fought, that don't mean shit when it comes to Triple G because triangle theories don't work.
Yeah.
No, I still think Triple G beats him fucking hand over fist.
So Sergey made Triple G look old, granted, but Sergey's style is all wrong for Triple G. Sergey's style is right for Charlo. Now, maybe Golovkin's style is right for Jamal. Like maybe like Jamal has the right style for him that Triple G could beat him because Triple G is a jabber. At heart, that dude is a jabber. He stayed behind his jab. So it ain't gonna be like you got a little guy that's trying to rush in and he's overextending himself, getting hit with shit when he's coming in. Nah, it's a different fight.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, and people are always telling me that. I mean, I get it. I mean, people saw the Rob Brandt fight and it was like, okay, yeah, that's Charlie could probably do the same thing, but people would just say like, oh, well, he would jab his face off all night. I'm like, how? Like Triple G is one of the best jabbers in the game. Like I don't think, I think as far as boxing goes, he lands almost more jabs than anybody in boxing. So
Charlo
you're not
Rob Brandt. Rob Brandt? You mean Brandt? Thing? What's his name?
Huh?
Something Adams.
I'm gonna say this. Look. If it's Charlo, Rob Brandt, the reason I would go Charlo, at least right now, 2 reasons. Rob just switched trainers. He's with Brian McIntyre right now, right? And when I see that, you need time with the trainer. You know what I mean? Like it ain't all gonna come together after one.
No, he wasn't saying that. He thought Charlo beat Adams. No, he thought Charlo beat him. Oh my god, I'm getting mixed up. He thought Charlo beat what's the guy's name? Rob Brandt, but he beat Adams and he hasn't fought Rob Brandt.
He hasn't fought Rob Brandt. He hasn't fought Rob Brandt.
Mixed up.
That would be a good fight though, because Rob Brandt throws a lot of goddamn punches and he ain't little.
I thought he was a 158 pounder.
No, low key. He went up for the first season of the World Boxing Super Series, but before that, he was a middleweight. So really, he's a middleweight, but he's not a little middleweight.
Julius, question for you, mate. Is Usyk Chisora the same as Taylor Ramirez? Easy work for the UK guys.
I don't. I'm gonna tell you something, and this is just like, it's not that I like Chisora. It's that I keep replaying the Witherspoon fight in my head, bro. And I remember that Witherspoon fight. Usyk whole body moved when he brought the punch. His whole body, bro. And that ain't Derek Chisora hitting you. That's Chaz Witherspoon.
Hey, but I look at it like this. Okay, so I don't know if you ever seen this fight, but you ever seen oh my god, what's the guy's name? Okay, so you remember? Did you ever watch John David Jackson fight?
Barely, bro. Like barely.
No. Just bear with me here. Like people say I use weird examples, but just bear with me here. Okay, you ever seen him fight, right?
I've seen him.
Oh, okay, so he fought a guy by the name of I got an echo. Hold on, my bad. Someone's gone. So he fought a guy by the name of Jorge Castro. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So basically, let me turn it down a little bit. Basically, he was fighting Jorge Castro, and Jorge Castro has like this super like amazing chin, and he was whooping dude's butt like the entire match, and dude was just sitting on the ropes, just like eating it. And then he threw one left hook. John David Jackson got knocked out. And so for me, it wasn't so much that, oh, John David Jackson just got a bad chin. It was just that like he got tired, like whooping on this dude the entire match, and this dude had he only needed one good hook to be like, ooh, like I need to step back a bit and like, you know, be on my toes. Like that's what that fight like looks like to me.
Battle, think about it like this, right? You seen Chisora Spilker, right? You seen that.
Yeah.
And the question is, which is the ongoing question in the heavyweight division. If Derek Chisora landed on Usyk the way he landed on fucking Spilker, do you think Usyk can take a shot like that?
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. Exactly. That's what we're talking about. That's the step up. That is the step up.
I could see Derek eat, like I could see, yeah, maybe Usyk outboxes him with his feet, not so much his hands, but with his feet, maneuvering around him the way Agit Kabayel did, because Agit Kabayel can move. That's to me, that's an underrated performance. Better still, Usyk could beat him with his feet, but as far as punching power, Derek been in there with Vitaly motherfucking Klitschko, bro. He been in there with Dillian White, like, bruh, this dude been in there with people that could punch. Usyk wasn't a puncher at cruiserweight, so how you gonna be a puncher at heavyweight? The bottom line, I think Derek could take what Usyk has, but I'm not convinced that Usyk could take a clean punch from Derek Chisora.
Yeah,
Julius, straight up, mate. Mate, do you think at heavyweight, Derek Chisora hits harder than Bradis or Dorcas at the lower weights, or no?
I'm gonna say when it comes to Bradis, because and this is important. With Bradis, it's not just raw power, it's accuracy. It's what he hits you with, when he hits you with it, and where are you at the time he lands the punch. It's not that he hits harder than Derek, but he does more damage than Derek because he's more accurate than Derek. I think Bradis is on par with some heavyweights, not because he's as strong as they are, but because he's accurate.
So you think he's got more potential to hurt Usyk than Derek does, yeah?
Based on accuracy? That's a tough question, man.
Okay, I'll answer that. You got to factor in weight. Derek is a big guy, man, compared to Bradis. Derek walks around 240, 250, I believe. He's coming once as heavy as I think it's 70 or 80, but he was a bit overweight. You got to factor Bradis, when he moved up to heavyweight, he was a small heavyweight, so weight, size, stuff like that matters. I think Bradis is probably pound for pound a bigger puncher, but Bradis to me is a natural cruiserweight and Chisora is a natural heavyweight, if you want to put it. So
yeah, because Bradis ain't but 6'1", bro. He's not a big guy.
He's not big.
He's just not a big guy. Like I'll put it this way. Here's an example. Let's say it was Maris Bradis versus Alen Babic, who is not a big guy, right? I picked Bradis to knock his block off.
Within 2 rounds. Eat him alive.
Outbox him and knock his block off because I love watching Alen Babic fight for what it's like. I like the dude. I hope he gets more fights. But you're not a big guy. You know what I mean? You eye level to Bradis. Bradis is a way better boxer.
Jules, come on, man. He's not even a cruiserweight, man. For fuck's sake.
Really? Like the dude, and I'm like, yo, you want to fight Filip Hrgovic? Are you crazy? You must be fucking crazy.
Yo, could I answer?
He is crazy, man. Come on. You seen what he said to fucking Dave Allen, man? The man's crazy. He is crazy.
Does he knock out Dave Allen? That's I want to know.
Yeah, I think you will. Can I answer a question? Someone said, not Chisora, that Chaz Witherspoon was food for Usyk. I get what they're trying to say, but it was an impressive performance. And I know Usyk has fought down to his level, and he's done it at cruiserweight as well. I don't know about the Bradis fight. That was, I think, one of the big fights where he actually was drawn into a fight that he had to fight this fight. But I remember him kind of fighting down to his level. I think it was on the Hopkins, Joe Smith undercard, and he tends to do that at times. And I thought he was kind of doing it early on with Tony Bellew as well, although Bellew did fight a good fight early on. We'll see how he performs with Chisora. The big question is, can he take a flush shot from a heavyweight?
That's my and that's always gonna be my thing with Usyk. That's all, like, cause people are acting as if Usyk can, like, bro. I do not think, and I'm saying it, like, bro, you cannot afford to let Derek hit you the way Derek hit David Price, the way Derek hit Carlos Takam, and the way he hit Artur Spilka. Usyk cannot afford to get hit like that, bro.
Julius, I agree with that, mate. But I also think that Derek is too slow to hit Usyk. Usyk's not getting hit by fucking Derek. He'll get hit by somebody a lot slicker, but not by Derek. Derek's too slow.
That's a fair point. That what Usyk has working for him is trying not to get hit. But the other side of that question is, can you actually avoid being hit for 12 rounds?
No.
Here's the thing about Usyk.
One second, you got to factor how how active Chisora has been compared to Usyk. Usyk, since the Garcia fight in 2018, has had one fight with Chaz Witherspoon and has been injured multiple times.
Yep.
I don't know. This is a very interesting fight. I think this might be a more intriguing fight than if Usyk was to take on Wilder or Joshua. That's how much of I think intrigue is, because I think the thing with Chisora is he's durable. He's fought virtually everyone. I know he's lost a lot of those fights, but if you're not on your game and you fight down to your level, Chisora is the guy that will find you out. So there's a lot of question marks.
Like I'm not making a prediction. I'm not gonna make a prediction until the week of the fight. But all I'm saying is I see people talking about Derek like the man has no shot. And I'm like, didn't Povetkin just fucking show y'all this is heavyweight?
Exactly.
This ain't fucking
Good shit, Julius. Good shit, mate.
This is heavyweight, bro. He ain't got to hit this. Remember, Takam was beating Derek. He was beating him. And one shot.
It's a whitewash. And then it was like, was one right hand. The thing for me is, I think Usyk should win unless Chisora just completely shocks the world. The question is, can he stop Chisora? Chisora's not the type of guy that will lay down. I think the only time I've seen someone knock him out, apart from the Dillian White fight, was...
I think he can. I think he can, mate. I honestly believe that there's no way that Usyk's got less power than Dillian White. I'm not having it.
Yeah, I can't. Like if I can't see Usyk knocking this guy out, dog. Nah.
You don't see it, Julius, no?
I can't see that. Like, I just like how, bro. Like,
no,
how?
mate. 6, 7, or 8. It's done. 6, 7, 8. It's done.
It's possible.
It
depends. It could be It could be the corner throws the towel in. The thing is, though, I don't know. That's the question mark. Because I think if Chisora could take shots of guys like Tyson Fury, I know he got stopped in the second fight, but he went 12 rounds in the first fight, and he went 12 with Vitali. The guy went, I believe, almost 24 rounds with Dillian White. The guy is not someone who gets knocked over easily. So I think there's a lot of... The big question mark is how inactive Usyk's been. If Usyk does what he's left off, where he was in the cruiserweights, he should win. But I'm not sure if it goes 12. That's the big thing.
I'm going to put it to you like this. If Usyk wins that, like, bro, I'm not saying Usyk can't win. I'm just saying that's a good fight. What I'm really saying is that is a good fucking fight. A lot of shit is possible. Yes, it's possible that Derek knocks his fucking block off. It's possible. It is. And it's possible that, you know what? Maybe we not giving Usyk enough credit. That's possible.
Yeah.
Maybe he could do some new shit that I don't know. But it's a good fight. It's not a fight where, because I seen a guy on Twitter yesterday talking about Derek as a tune-up fight. I'm like, tune-up fight? The fuck? Like, bro.
You can only see that if he knocks him out in a couple of rounds. Even then, I think that's maybe... I can see where they see that from, but I don't think that is. It's more to acclimate for the weight and see how he holds up. The thing I gotta say before I drop off, because that Payano fight was so boring, you almost put to sleep. I was gonna say the thing is Chisora knows how to cut the ring off, so that's a big thing. Usyk, I think, has to be on his game.
Does he?
It should be a good fight. Yeah, I think.
I mean, he wasn't putting it off too good with Sanat Gashi.
That's what I was saying.
That's really true.
He just plows forward. That's his game plan.
I think I may be wrong on that.
Rush in and attack. It's just certain guys that don't know how to cut off the ring at all. They just plow forward no matter what.
It's probably more plodding and maybe it's relentless pressure than cutting off the ring. But I think it could be an interesting fight if he's on Usyk's chest and he's throwing all his weight around him. But it should be a good fight.
Yo, look, this fucking Neri Alameda fight is a good fucking fight. But, yo, is it me or does Neri look fucking small as shit? He look little as shit.
Do you think Casemiro... Do you guys think Casemiro would give Inoue a better fight than Neri?
I think, if I'm honest, when I think about that shit, he knew he knocked motherfuckers out, man. That's what
Casemiro Inoue is a good fight, though, I think.
It's a great fucking fight, but He probably would have knocked his ass out. But Charlo didn't want to know, and that's all I got to say about that. He didn't want to know. He wanted to know about Duke Micah. You didn't want to know about it, dude.
Yeah, Louis
Made
fighting
him look
Maloney.
fucking big,
Louis fight Maloney. I think he should knock him up. But yeah, I'll jump back on it.
Alameda look big, man. Neri look little, man. I don't know. I like his work though. I like how he look. He look all right. But fuck him, because Yamanaka deserved better. Fuck him. I'm gonna say that I see more improvement in Neri than I've seen in Oscar Valdez since they switched over to Eddie Reynoso. Oscar looked the same, bro. He is gonna fucking get beat. Like he is gonna get beat bad by Burchell. I don't know why he want to fight that fucking guy. Yo, like, what are you, suicidal?
Yeah, just like Devin Haney would get knocked out by Patrol.
I mean, I don't know. I don't, because the thing is that Devin has good size, good speed, good boxing, you know. But Oscar's a come forward fighter, bro. You really gonna try to come forward on Patel? Are you crazy? You fucking crazy? Look at what
Oscar Valdez boxes a little. Yeah, Burchell just been taking names, man. I just wanted to see him unified, but yeah, whatever.
I don't know, man. He's a dangerous motherfucker, though. That's all I know.
You still would put money down for Devin Haney beating Burchell?
I never took that bet, bro. Like, when did I take that bet?
You don't remember when you was like, I was like, okay, you said Devin Haney could probably beat Burchell, and I was like, no, let's not do this. You're like, no, let's do this.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, I swear.
This is what I'm gonna tell you.
Come on, guys, come on. Bets go live on the night of the fight. End of. That's it.
No. I'm gonna take that bet. And the reason I'm gonna take that bet is because the only window of opportunity for a fight like that to happen is at least 4 fights from now. In 4 fights, yeah, I'd pick Haney to beat that guy. Yeah, 4 fight, yeah. Haney be ready for him.
Burchell be active though now.
He be active, but bro, think about that. 4 fights. That fucking fight don't happen at 35 if it happens at all.
Hey, Julius, in 4 fights' time, that opposition won't be there. Be gone.
Yeah. Gone. I mean, like that's what I mean. That like, in all likelihood, that's not a fight that's happening 2, 3, 4. That fight don't happen nowhere near. So that fight would have to be way out there at least 2 years from now, when it's a whole different shit. So yeah, in those circumstances, yeah, I'd pick Haney to win that fight in about 2 years. Because I know they ain't about to fight right now. If anything, if Vasil Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, I think the very next fight is gonna be Burchell.
Bro, really?
Honestly, yeah. If
you think Lomachenko's gonna fight Burchell?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see it because that fight is long overdue.
Most people, I'm gonna tell you something. You one of the only people that knows that, because most people act like they wasn't in the same weight class for a bean. They was literally in the same weight class for a minute.
Bro, he was calling out Tank and Lomachenko at the exact same time.
Bro, Tank won't sneeze in that man's direction, bro.
That's so weird, though. That's so weird how he was talking, how much crap he was talking about. How Miguel, what's the guy who got beat up? Machado. How much crap he was talking about Machado getting beat up in sparring. How he doesn't have he doesn't have a real belt. He took my belt, and Miguel Bertrand is sitting right there. You don't want to say nothing about him, though.
Bro, nobody. Let me tell you something. the only one who had the courage. Yo, you gotta close that tab, Battle. Now
my bad.
the only one that had the courage, I ain't even gonna say courage, I'm gonna say courage to call out Miguel Pachel was Jamel motherfucking Herring. That's it. That's the only dude I seen besides Oscar, of course. But Oscar's gonna get fucking killed. He's gonna get killed, bro. Like, I don't know why you want to fight this dude, though. I don't know why, bro.
Yes, bro. Like the dude, as far as power punching, he has like, oh my god, like he just lands after. Okay, like this dude, like literally be throwing like 6-punch, 8-punch combinations, bro. Like you ain't you ain't coming from that fight without at least your face getting busted wide open, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like that dude is gonna get like, and I'm not saying it to be funny, like, bro, he is going to the hospital that night, dog. Like, yeah, you going to the hospital, bro, and you staying overnight, cause he is gonna fuck you up real bad.
Yeah, hasn't he?
Yo, you don't remember? You remember when he was gonna fight Jason Sosa? It was really people picking Jason Sosa. I'm like, do y'all not?
Yeah, that's weird.
Do y'all not understand that this dude is the dude is an animal. He's an animal.
Bro, did you see how he made Francisco Vargas' face look like potted meat? Like, don't get me wrong, like Francisco Vargas, he cuts easily, but man, that was just devastating.
Roman fight, bro. He fucking shoe shine the shit out of Mickey Roman, B. Not only does Mickey Roman hit hard as shit, he takes a fantastic punch. That's the dude that retired Salido. That dude. Mad knockouts, this dude. Yo, but Chelt shoe shine the shit out of this man, B. Dropped him several times in the fight. I'm like, dog, I know that it looks, and it does, like Miguel Pachel ducked Jamel Herring. I understand that. But all I'm saying is that motherfucker ain't nothing to play with. He is not nothing to play with, all right?
He really isn't. And I be telling people like you know everybody on the as far as boxes, the best boxers in the game, they on a Terrence Crawford and whatnot. Like they only gonna mention Terrence Crawford or people like or like Caleb Plant. And people ask me who do I think like one of the best back foot boxers in the game. And I told them Miguel Burchett. They thought I was crazy. I'm like, no, I'm dead freaking serious. This dude can box circles around people, bro. For like a dude who's like known to be macho.
It's just I'm not, because I don't put his back foot game up there with theirs. It's just, to me,
really, like he's extremely under. Like I think he's extreme.
Who the fuck can back him off, bro? Who?
Well, Miguel Burchett gave him a. I'm sorry, Miguel Roman gave him a good like.
True.
Gave him a good like True. How do I put it? Like he gave him a good enough fight to where he backed him up a good in the times where Miguel Burchett was looking like, oh, okay, I have to do a little bit something different.
That's true. I but only Mickey though, and Mickey hit like a retard, bro. Like he hit like and he could take a punch, so that make it worse. Other than that, yo, look, most of these guys can't stand up to me. Like, bro, look at what he did. He smacked the shit out of Jason Sosa. I couldn't believe people was picking it. I'm like, y'all think Jason Sosa gonna beat Miguel Pachel? All right. All right. If you say so, bro.
I remember when he fought Takashi Miura, and I was like, I just seen this dude give Francisco Vargas a good fight. It's obviously going to mean it's going to be a competitive fight, right? Nope. Dance circles around him, basically embarrassed the dude.
Like shit, Pachel, not for nothing. Pachel is to me, he's underrated. But more importantly, back to the initial conversation, if Vasily Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, if he does, I honestly believe that's the next fight. Miguel will either move up, or Vasily Lomachenko will relinquish the belts and move back down, because that's what they're talking about.
Agree.
They
Lomachenko beats him with his hands tied, his hands behind his back, his hands closed, his eyes closed.
Mark, remember, they got fucking Joey Gamache over there with Teofimo. That's the guy. That's the guy that got Tyson Fury ready for. I mean, that's the guy that got Otto Verlin ready for the Tyson Fury fight. So I'm not going to sleep on Teofimo.
Teo's got no chance. He's got a puncher's chance, and there's not one chance in a million he's going to land it. He's getting beat.
Nah. See, the reason I think it's different, I feel like they brought in Joey Gamache because what they want Teofimo to do is instead of rolling punches off the shoulder and working off the counter, fuck that. Apply pressure and go after him because you can't. You forget about countering. It ain't gonna work, bro. You're not gonna roll his punches off the shoulder, bro. You have to go after him, or you don't win. You don't stand a chance trying to lay off, bro. You got to go after him, and that's why I think they brought in Joey Gamache. I think they want Teofimo to pressure Loma the way that Otto Verlin pressured Fury. That's what I think they're going for.
They may do, but there's a difference. Mate, Otto Verlin is no fucking Vasily Lomachenko. It's not happening.
That's true.
And so he's going to slap him about and just finish him. Easy work.
I can't wait. I can't believe that fucking fight is free, bro. I can't believe it.
I mean, mate, I'm not IPTV. Thank you very much.
I just
ESPN.
like because
can you believe this fight is pay-per-view?
I'm supporting this fight for two reasons. I want to send a message to Al Heyman. If you put on a good fucking fight, if you put on good fucking fights, I'll pay. But that bullshit with Davis and Leo, fuck that shit. I'm not buying that shit. This is
why is it so bad?
Because it's a stupid fucking fight, bro. It's
exactly.
A stupid
like said, Julius, like we said earlier, it's a joke fight. It's not a real fight.
I mean, I'm okay. So I'm just so not impressed and not expecting much of Leo Santa Cruz that I think it's a good fight.
Bro, that's a shitty look, man. Davis need to be fighting lightweights, all right? At this point, I would be happy if Gervonta Davis fought fucking Ivan Mendy. At this point, Leo been pissing around and dicking around, and Miguel Flores, and fuck that. You should have fought Gary fucking Russell. I'm not letting it go. You should have fucking fought Gary Russell. Shit is ridiculous.
And Rico. And
Rico. Fucking.
And who else? I know I'm missing somebody.
He never gave Carl Frampton the rubber match. He never gave him the rubber match.
Yeah.
Fast.
He's a pussy, that's why.
The fuck, man? That's a stupid fucking fight, dog. Fucking Davis need to be fighting fucking lightweights. Period. And okay, you don't want to fight fucking lightweights? Fight Miguel Bachel. How about that fucking shit? Use a chain.
I would pay to see that fight. I would pay to see that fight.
Bro, I would pay to see that fucking fight, bro.
Yeah, I would definitely pay to see that fight. But I would call man, you know what, bro? I would freaking call off my job. I'll be like, bro, like I got the runs. I gotta stay home.
Tell him I got COVID. Like, look, I got fucking COVID, right? I got COVID, right?
They be like, how'd you get COVID? It was like I walked into a dude. I was like, hey, you got COVID? I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, we've been hanging out for the last 2 days. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad, bro. I thought you knew already. He did. Like, yeah.
Somebody and look. It's not because I dislike Davis. It's because this is where I would put my money. I believe in my shoe, in my little toe, that Miguel Bachel would annihilate Gervonta Davis because he throw too many fucking punches. He don't stop throwing, bro. And to top it all off, he has a chin.
Bro, Miguel Bachel is just too vicious, too ferocious. Like I feel like doing a Mike Tyson type thing. Like my punch is ferocious. I wanted to eat your churn. Like that dude is.
The only saving grace I see that Davis has is that he's a southpaw and he's explosive. But Davis is on some like he's gonna wait for the right time to throw the punch. bro, you can't wait with this dude. If you wait, he's gonna throw. You gotta do something, bro. Because Davis is not a volume puncher to begin. Like, he don't throw a lot of punches. He'll throw a hard shot, and then if he get the guy hurt, then he'll start throwing punches. Miguel Pachel is just gonna throw, bro. The whole team gonna throw, bro. So you better do something.
Yeah. So like, okay. See, here's the thing though. It's just that. So Gervonta Davis, like I know he has like I really, really legitimately feel that Gervonta Davis is one of the most skilled bodies in the game. It's just that of course he's been unmotivated, so I can't really bet on him like I could before. Because despite people saying that he was losing the fight with Jose Pedraza, I still think that was a super impressive performance. Like the way he was hooking that body and the way he was cutting off his angles and the way he was like bending at the waist and getting up under his punches. I thought that was very impressive.
That shit,
but
bro, look, if we're gonna talk about the Pedraza fight, right? I was impressed by that. I really thought after that fight, the world is his oyster. After that fight, the shit is that was 3 fucking years ago. No, that was 4 fucking years ago, bro.
4 years ago? Dang, time flies.
Bro, that's not the guy that's right here, bro. The guy that's right here needed 12 rounds to stop Gamboa. That dude has regressed, bro. That's what I'm telling you. I think, when he fought Pedraza, he was nice. And after that, when he fought, I think it was Liam Walsh? Yeah, he was nice. That's not the dude that's here right now. That's what I'm saying.
Counterpunch.
I'm telling you that's not the dude. That kid was hungry. He was in a sink or swim situation. That Pedraza fight was a sink or swim situation. You've been eating applesauce ever since.
And Jose Pedraza is not no slouch, man. I remember when he first came out, people was calling him the sniper. The dude could switch back and forth, and the dude legitimately had like really good accuracy. But he kind of fell off. He went through a layoff, and then people wasn't really worried about him no more. He came back, he was actually pretty good. He lost to Gervonta Davis, and all that steam kind of blew out the window. They thought it was a bum. They just tried to crap on Gervonta Davis, but the dude was actually pretty decent.
It's not about the Pedraza fight no more. It's more like after 4 fucking years, bro, I shouldn't keep having to talk about Pedraza. After 4 years?
Or Liam Walsh.
Ain't nobody gonna be high off you beating Munez, Ruiz, Cuellar, Gamboa. Like, huh? The fuck? That shit got me so mad I gotta smoke a goddamn cigarette. Y'all hold it down. Cause I gotta smoke a cigarette before this goddamn fight starts. Cause this fucking Nery versus Almeida fight, it's almost over. I need a cigarette.
So who you think will win the fight between Jamel and Rosario?
It's funny. The thing that we thought that was going to happen or could have happened didn't happen. We thought Derevyanchenko, being the test that he is, was going to test Jamal and find out some shit. But we found out that Jamal was still a tough bastard. Well, I think he's the guy that's pretty solid. But Jamel may be the guy that may once again be the weakest link between the two twins. Who knows? We will see. But he's already been beat. And at that time, he's been outboxed. But maybe now he may be outgunned. Don't get me wrong. Jamel is one of those, the smaller demeanor, because I think he had to be that way growing up, having a bigger twin brother. And don't get me wrong, I have 2 cousins. One name's Ron, one name's Don. Ron's always bigger than Don. Beats Don at everything. Don's the meanest, because he's accustomed to it. He probably whoop everybody except his brother, but that's the discipline. So that may be the case. If it's a firefight, which in this case it may be, but who knows? Jason is a guy that may be a sleeping giant. He might come out and shock the world. He might hit Jermel with something that Jermel is not accustomed to being hit with. So, you know, it's a big question mark, you know. But I was really looking for Jamal really to be tested, which he was in certain spots, but he's a big guy. In fact, Jamal is a guy, I think, if Jermel decides to come to 160, I think Jamal himself should go to 168. You know what I'm saying? I think they should do some Klitschko-like shit. I don't think they should ever fight each other, but I think at the end of the day, Jamal is a big, look at this dude. He was about, what, 173, 4? Dude was massive, man. He was massive. So guess what?
You're talking about against J-Rock?
No. I'm talking about Jamal, period, against Deverenchenko. He was massive today. Look how big he looked. If he was probably at least 173, 174 tonight. So I see him acclimating easily to 168 or 175. 168 first, you know, let him take on David Benavidez or someone like that, Sweet Hands. That would be some good fights for him. Then Jermel can see what he can do at 160. You know, I think that should go. But then again, he is the bigger Charlo. So, but back to your original question, Jason, let's see what he has. Is he just a fluke? We'll find out tonight. You know, another issue, Usyk, Chisora. Well, Usyk, Chisora, man. You know what I think about when I think of Usyk, Chisora? I think of Lomachenko, Salido. Remember how that fight was? Salido just fought him tooth and nail. Didn't give him any breaks. You know, ball broke him, hit him below. You know, I think that fight was pretty much, you know, it was a tough fight for Lomachenko because he wasn't accustomed to dirty professional fighting. But this could be another case. Chisora, he doesn't give a shit where he hits you. Does he cut off the ring well? No, not all the time. But does he throw with bad intentions? Yes, he does. You know? So it could be one of those situations where Chisora's going to show some shit about Usyk. But then Usyk was a heavyweight in the amateurs at some point. Anybody want to add anything?
I mean, when it comes to Usyk and Chisora, I really think Chisora just might have enough to beat him. Usyk, I mean, he hasn't looked all that impressive as far as his last fight. So, I mean, the thing that really just like really I really want to see Usyk go far because I want the heavyweight division to spice up, but at the same time I don't think he knows how to make that transition to be like, okay, I made a transition from the amateurs to the pros and I know how to use my style to defeat all these guys at cruiserweight. I get that. I did that. I'm undisputed. But does he know how to use that same skill and apply it to heavyweight? Because I think he's still under the impression that this is the amateur. So he fights at a very fast pace to where he kind of crashes and burns because the people he's still getting hit and he's still, in a sense, not getting the numbers as far as a volume puncher should get, if you know what I mean. Like Usyk and Lomachenko. I don't think he gets the numbers that he should get. Like Lomachenko gets it every match, but Usyk, he's I mean, unless he's fighting Breeders, like it's not really up there as much.
I mean, look, with Usyk, he's a Capricorn, right? So
Funny enough.
I'm just saying that, like, Capricorns, we got some shit, yo. I don't know what it is. He'll figure something out. I don't know. I can't look past him because he knows what he's getting into. He knows. Like, bro, it's Derek Chisora. Derek don't have nothing to lose, bro. He's coming after you, bro. Believe that. Like, he ain't coming here to box, and you want to fight him. So I can only deduce that you in your mind, you have figured out a way to deal with him. Now, whatever way that is, I don't know. That's why I'm gonna watch. Because either he's gonna knock you the fuck out, or you're gonna show me something that I didn't see before from you.
You know, it could be like a okay. So I'm not saying that Derek Chisora is a man who will char. Like that's not what I'm saying. But get what I'm saying. It could be like a Manuel Char and Maris Breedis match. You remember how like he tried to put his hands up and then all he was doing was just like pity patting them gloves all day.
Yeah.
You know, just throwing a bunch of shoe shine combinations to where the judge is gonna be like, oh well, he's landing. He's probably hitting a lot of gloves, but he's landing somewhat, and he could just have like a lot, like a just be super heavy on the scorecards. It could be like a unanimous decision. It probably ain't gonna be like a dominating performance, but he could get a unanimous decision from that.
You mean you saying you think that he could win that shit on activity? Just on
activity alone, yeah. Like maybe the judges didn't like, you know, he's landing, he's getting these combinations off, and then you know that's all she wrote. Like it's gonna be one of those fights. Gonna be like Chisora hurt Usyk, but he's down 6-1. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That I could see that. I could see that. On activity, if he's not necessarily, because I don't even know that he could hurt Derek, but if he's getting through with shots that stun him, that like he's kind of catching them coming in, yeah, I could. Yo, this fucking fight needs to be over, man.
Drag it, yeah.
It's fucking 12 something, dog. I'm almost 40.
I gotta be to work at 11, so I don't gotta be too early, but
but you're young and strong, all right? I'm fucking old, bro. I'm getting old. Like I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, because I remember there are a bunch of times when I'd be like, I'm at work and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna miss a fight. I get home, it'll be like 12 o'clock. I'm like, the fight ain't happened yet? And I mean, it's like, oh, okay. Because that's how
I think it's safe for us to say that Neri's power at 122 ain't what it was at 118. I think we could say that.
Yeah, it probably is. He don't that transition. He gonna have to learn how to rely on something else other than his power, like skill.
Shit, dog. This guy's whole reputation is, oh, he hits so fucking hard. Bro, Navarrete will fucking eat this dude, dog. He'll eat this fucking dude, dog. Like a bean burrito. He'll eat this fucking dude.
Navarrete will eat just about anybody. Okay,
really?
Wait a minute. That didn't sound just right. But you know what I meant.
Bro, like, bro, the only dude I think that would have gave Navarrete like that he had like a real chance to beat him is the Uzbek. That's it. Because I would have picked Navarrete to beat Ray Vargas.
Navarrete can just like my goodness, like I really was watching this dude one day and I was like, nah, he's okay. He's probably not gonna go all that far, man. This dude be switching angles. This dude be fighting southpaw to orthodox. Be throwing up the left hook, triple left hooking people, and I'm just like, what in the world is this dude on? Like he be going in.
You talking about Ray?
No. France.
You talking
no.
about?
I'm talking about. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm talking about Navarrete.
Yeah, man. Like that dude is a goddamn animal, dog.
He is an animal, bro. And him being that tall in that division, like it's like you got to punch up at me while I'm still out punching you. I'm still out punching, and you got to punch up at me,
bro. That both them dog bay fights scared me, dog. Like I got
bro.
Can't be hitting people that hard, dog.
You can't be hitting people that frequently.
Fucking shit. Shout out
like
to
his. Yeah, you're okay. So you remember World Breaker, right?
Yeah.
He had like an interview one time with Dog Bay's manager, and of course, like it's like the interviews you have with the boxers that be on your channel
Mm-hmm.
when you do the interviews, like the hangout thing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I had to ask her like, how did it feel when he lost? Like, was you hurting like he was hurting? She was like, yeah, she had to comfort him and make sure he was all right. And she didn't really know how to make the right decisions for his next fight because that fight was just so damaging to him.
For what it's worth, he lost 2 fights, but it was to the same guy. You know what I mean? So I kind of look at that, even though it's 2 losses, I look at it as 1. That guy's just all wrong for him, man. He's just all wrong for him. That don't mean Dog Bay can't beat other people, man. But obviously, that guy, you just need to leave that motherfucker alone, man. Just leave his ass alone, man.
You think he's gonna ask for a trilogy? I think I think he's kind of done after this. Yeah, he's done after that. Like that's just too much of a beating, man. It's like it's almost like I'm trying to find a good example. It would almost be like would a good example be Triple G versus Canelo? If Triple G I want to fight Canelo a third time because he got beat pretty bad in the second fight.
Nah, I would say I would say the best example is kind of David Price and Tony Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's like shit, dog. Like didn't he get stopped sooner in a rematch than he did in the first fight?
Shit, I don't know. I can't remember.
I think he did. It's like that dude. I mean, because David Price, he's he's a chinny guy, but it's just at the end of the day that that's what kind of got the ball rolling. And like, yo, you shouldn't even had a rematch with that dude, dog. Like, you should have left him the fuck alone, man. I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him. He probably thought all I got to do is land clean once. But I don't blame him. But it's just, that dude is all wrong for you, bro. As it turns out, there are a lot of things that are all wrong for David.
Okay, it's like Bermain Stavern and Deontay Wilder. There we go. That's a good example. Even though that fight was kind of like a replacement fight, I think it was because he was supposed to fight Povetkin. So yeah.
Nah, it was more like what? I mean, well, not that he was supposed to fight Povetkin. Povetkin fucked it up for himself. Povetkin was supposed to fight in that eliminator to become the mandatory again against Stavern. And then he tested positive for Osterin. And the WBC did the dumb shit. And instead of ordering another eliminator with Stavern and someone else, they just gave it to Stavern. Like, how y'all just gonna give it to him? Y'all didn't just give it to nobody else, but y'all give it to him? Technically, it wasn't even his shot.
And how much they said he got paid for like just that 30 seconds of fighting, like 150K? like he got 150K for like 1 minute.
That's fucking nuts.
He got took out in 1 minute. Like imagine if Floyd Mayweather just came out there. I wonder how much that Japanese guy got paid when he just got knocked out by Floyd, a kickboxer.
Brazil got paid for getting knocked.
Wait, who?
Ew, yo.
What'd you say?
I wonder what he got paid
I wonder how much he got paid.
You think he got like 3 million? Because if he got 3 million, yo, that's not bad. Like, or even if he got 1 million, like, yeah, you got knocked out, but like, yo, you made $1 million in less than 3 minutes.
And wasn't that like an expedition fight? It wasn't like a really like a sanctioned fight or anything, so it probably doesn't count on his record either.
What Brazil versus Wilder?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about Floyd Mayweather, the Japanese guy.
No, not tension. Floyd, what did he make for that fight? Like 14 million?
I don't know. Like I assumed it was enough because them Japanese stars be huge, so I assumed it was enough.
Yo, this fucking fight, dog, it needs to be over. I'm fucking tired, dog. Fucking shit, yo.
Oh gosh.
This is why I don't be having time for Neri, dog. Like every time he fights, shit, yo. Like when he fought Piano, I was like, yo, why is he still fighting, yo? Like he should have been knocked this dude out. Fucking dude, man.
Oh my gosh. It's kind of like watching what's old boy name? The Filipino guy. Oh my god. What's his name? Donaire. You don't remember how so many fights like we was like, oh, Donaire's gonna knock this dude out. Donaire.
Word.
he gets a decision like every time. I'm like, dude, what happened?
Yo.
Looking like Dave Chappelle. Wrap that shit up, B.
Oh,
wrap up that knockout, Neri, B.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I feel like being Zab Judah's dad in his corner. Like all you gotta do is let your hands go, just boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh.
You know who would be funny in the corner right now? Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. He wouldn't let up off Klitschko.
You know who he sounds like? He sounds like a gangster ass Cleveland from the Cleveland show.
Bro,
I'm gonna die in that goddamn shit, man. Goddamn hit the man, motherfucker. Hit the goddamn man. Man, no down shit, man. Just go ahead and hit that motherfucker, man.
Oh shit, yo, he really do sound like Cleveland Brown, yo.
But a gangster one from Detroit. Like, maybe Cleveland was adopted or some shit like that, and then I don't know. Maybe fucking Emmanuel Stewart was adopted, and he wasn't privileged. You know what I mean? And he just went up and I don't know, just talking shit.
Yo, low key, put a mustache on Emmanuel Stewart and tell me that's not Cleveland Brown. It's Cole Weber's mustache from Rocky 2 when it was prime mustache. Shave it off, put it on fucking Manny Stewart. That's Cleveland Brown, bro.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, the fucking hair type and all, bro. That motherfucker man looks like he's yeah. Man, don't be doing that motherfucking shit, man. What you doing, man? You playing with this motherfucker, man. Hit this motherfucker. Man, you gotta fight this motherfucker, Klitschko. You know, I mean, that shit would be
like he I remember watching this one fight. I think he was fighting Eddie Chambers, and Eddie Chambers just wasting time. He holding on to Klitschko, and Klitschko not really throwing. And then basically he talking about some. Hey man, he said, "Listen, I don't know what type of game you playing, but he told me, so I need you to knock this guy out." He told us Chris told us, "I'm trying." He said, "Well, try harder because we do not need no BS decision."
Well, see, that's why he was great, though, because he wasn't gonna lie to you about the shit. Like he wasn't gonna lie to you about the shit. Oh,
he wasn't playing no games, bro. Like he was on him.
He lived that shit. He did, man. He did. He was just like, man, none of this up and down shit, man. What is it you trying to do? Let's go, man. Look, Vladimir, you gotta knock this motherfucker out, man. That dude was, and he shakes with that voice, and it sounds like Cleveland. That's some funny shit, man. That's some funny shit. But is it over yet?
It's over. It's over. Now we just gotta wait for Alameda to get robbed so we could go to the
fucking motherfucker. Yeah, that's true, sir. That's right. We're gonna get robbed. Welcome to boxing, the sport that I love that I hate so much.
Real shit, yo. We just gotta wait for Alameda to get robbed, and then we can go to the next fight.
There ain't nobody there, no way to see it. You know what I mean? That's the whole beauty of this fucking Corona and shit. Bob Arum and all these cats, they're like, there's nobody to see the shit, so it doesn't matter who wins anyway. Really? Nobody's had us for the boo-a-hoo. Fuck the bullshit.
Real shit, yo.
Yeah, man. It's just
Let's see how the judges have it.
yep. Hey. Robaste mi corazón. Yeah, motherfucker. Robaste mi gano. Yep. Sorry. You are out. Alameda. How did you know that, Jules?
See, they building this guy up, man. They're building him up, man. They really trying to use. They trying to use Luis Neri as a way to tap into the Mexican fight fans. Feel me? Like that's what I see. That like they invested in him because he just has not like I've been trying, like legitimately, I've been trying to like him, but I'm like, man, I seen that piano. I'm like, man, if you don't get this guy the fuck out of here, fucking got the fuck out of here, man. Like, fuck out of here with this guy, man. It's telling me
like it's what like so like I really don't like to pick on people in this line of profession because it's so hard, it's so subjective, and I can understand like why it's like it's like embarrassing. But did you see how Richard Pryor's son got booed off stage? Oh my God! Bruh, he was like he was telling a joke and people was like boo. He was like boo.
Not for nothing. Even though it's wrong, I still laugh when they was heckling Kramer from Seinfeld, bro. He was real mad off that shit. Like,
oh God!
I can't watch somebody get upset because I'm a laugh. Like, bro, you can't watch that shit.
And you know what? I'm telling you something, man. You know the maddest I ever seen a motherfucker get B when he lost a decision was Adrian Broner when he lost to Pacquiao.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that motherfucker's hips when he was cocked the fuck up? I said, damn, wait. Yo, he was pissed. That was like a little boy, like some Gary Coleman shit. The way he looked.
That's
he had his hands and shit. Shit.
I really feel like that was one of those moments where, like, I think that a lot of people build a mental image of a fighter and they don't realize what's in front of them. And I think that that's one of those moments where the guy shrunk. Like, I think it happened to Broner and it happened to Thurman that, like, yo, you low key probably did want this fight until you realized, yo, I got to fight this dude, B. And you just don't know what you dealing with until the fight start. When the fight start, now you know what you're dealing with. And it's like, yo, I should have never took this fight. Especially Thurman, bro. You got dropped in the first round. You talked all that shit. You get dropped in the first round.
What's so funny? What's so funny? Man, this dude I know was like, as far as the hangouts, was making so many jokes about Keith Thurman. He was like, Keith Thurman, you said you could put this dude in the body bag. Now look at you. Bro, when I say this dude wouldn't stop, he was making jokes for the longest. He was like, Keith Thurman, now you look like a cornball now. Like you done talked all this crap about Pacquiao. Now he don't basically put you in a body bag, bro. And I was just like, this is like crazy. I didn't expect that to happen either.
Bro, behind that, and I'm telling you, I'm not saying it for comedic value or to be just in a moment. I don't think Keith can beat Ugas. I don't. Not that because of that fucking Pacquiao fight, bro. You can't lose like that. And psychologically, you still gonna be fucked up. Like, damn, B, I really got beat by this dude, yo.
You know what, Jules? Let me tell you something. I don't believe he's gonna beat Ugas because of that reason. I think Ugas will beat Keith Thurman because Ugas. Where does Ugas counter to? If he has nothing else, he goes in the fucking body.
Yep.
Those uppercuts. Keith Thurman has the softest fucking belly in the history of boxing. Let's face it. The dude can't get the punch to the body to save his fucking left nut. He can't. I'm sorry.
No, it's real. Like if you go and if you go and watch the fucking Omar Figueroa fight, the writing is on the wall, bro. And Ugas is not a little welterweight. Like he not like Keith is not big. Keith is like 5'7", bro. 5'7", maybe close to 5'8". Ugas is what 5'8", 5'9", like long arms, bro. He'll get in his wheelhouse and tear him the fuck up, dog. I don't know who Keith. I don't know out of the PBC stable of welterweights. The only guy I could give Keith good odds to beat is Omar Figueroa.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I think Sean would beat him.
Yeah, old Keith. Keith
That's likely we're going to see that fight soon.
Keith should have fucking won, man. He should have beat Pacquiao. He should have beat him. And he didn't. It just shows you Pacquiao said, man, I don't know what the fuck Pacquiao's doing right now, but
nah, I mean, to me, it's not because a lot of people like even though I got him on a pound for pound, right, and I respect his career, right. I know that, bro. You didn't find the fountain of youth. You found a dude that was sleeping on you. You see what I mean? Like he was sleeping on you. That's what it was, bro. Because I still think Crawford and people not gonna like it when I say this, but I still think Crawford would annihilate him.
But Pacquiao?
Yes. And and anybody that want to put money up, I mean, like we know that fight ain't gonna happen, but I'm dead ass, bro. Like I put a lot of money up that he would annihilate Crawford. I mean, Pacquiao.
I'm pretty sure most of the majority would agree with you though.
A lot of people in denial about that shit. Like I'm not saying that like I don't respect Manny or some shit like that, but I'm being dead ass like, bro, look, that's you're not dealing with somebody that just got married and stay injured and be eating fucking ice cream and like, bro, nah, this ain't one of those, bro. This is a professional, bro. This dude is a killer, bro. Like you, he's a killer, bro. Like, nah, man, bro. A part of me feels like, yo, we really got to look at that Spence versus Garcia fight hard to see what the Spence have left.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jules. I think Bob Arum was actually telling the truth. You remember a couple years ago? Was that a couple years ago when Bob Arum was like, he didn't want that fight with Terrence Crawford. He didn't make that fight with Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford because he felt that he didn't want Pacquiao to get hurt. Remember that shit?
Well, I remember that was a Marcos Villegas interview from like about a year or two ago. I remember that interview. But the thing about that interview is that it's often misconstrued because Marcos asked him, would you want to make that fight now, right? That was after the Jeff Horn fight. After, Manny had to fight with Jeff. What Bob said, he didn't say that he didn't make the fight. He said, I'd kill that fight. I'd kill that fight because I think I would be afraid of Manny's quality of life after that. So, like, because remember, before that, Freddie motherfucking Roach was like, yo, Bob is pushing for the fight, bro. When Manny was still on the top rank side of things, Freddie was like, yo, Bob is pushing for the fucking fight, bro. He want to make Pacquiao versus Crawford. That fight concerns me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's that Bob killed the fight. I think it's that after that Jeff Horn fight, Bob was like, nah, man, we got to leave Manny the fuck alone, man, because his old little ass to get put in the hospital fucking with this kid, man. And it's nothing against him. It's nothing against him. It's nothing against, like, I don't know why people take offense to that. Like, Manny Pacquiao fans, they take a lot of offense to that, but Manny's human, bro. Like, he ain't. Motherfuckers lose, bro. It wouldn't mean nothing if he lost to Terrence Crawford. It ain't gonna be like he ain't great. Like something like no, he's still great. But yo, you gotta fight certain guys, bro. You gotta fight certain guys. Like, yeah, you could fight Keith, because Keith was fucked up in the game. Remember, Keith injury prone, bro. That dude stay injured.
See, who came up in my mind when you brought up Ugas? Amir Mom, like, bro, that dude will never ever come back and be the fighter that I always thought he would be. I thought he was gonna be great. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
I feel that way about Keith Thurman. I really thought like, wow, when he not because the Danny Garcia fight wasn't all that. You feel me? But it was that you did it. You fought Sean and you won, which great fight. I still think it was a great fight, even though I'm not a PBC. Y'all know I ain't big on the PBC, man. That was a great fucking fight. The Garcia fight, but after that fight, I'm like, all right, Keith. All you gotta do for me, dog, is fight Kell Brook. That's what you gotta do for me. And you didn't do that, you asshole. Fucking bastard. You gonna let fucking Arrow get to the guy? Like, why you acting like Kell not right there, bro? Why was you acting like you got all this shit to say to Paulie Malignaggi and shit? Bullshit, bro. Is that Conor McGregor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Proper 12 is his shit. You know, he's that's one of his brands of whiskey, Proper 12. So he's been here back and forth.
I'm gonna buy that shit and see what it is. If it's bullshit, I'm gonna make a video about it.
You like whiskey?
I mean, I like whiskey's good when whiskey is good for when you want to get to where you want to go fast. Cause whiskey hits me hard, bro. That shit hit me hard and fast. So
I'm gonna tell you something, Jules. During the Corona, the COVID, whatever, and I was in my fucking condo sitting looking crazy for about 3 months. I bought about 6 bottles of that shit, and it's the truth.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's smooth.
The Conor McGregor kind?
Yeah, that Proper 12. That's some good shit.
Kurt, what if it comes out? I'm just putting this out there. What if it comes out that Conor McGregor sweats in every bottle with that shit?
What's gonna happen? If Conor does some shit like that, some diabolical shit like that, Kurt DeVille's gonna come looking for Conor McGregor.
Yo, I swear to God, I would break a guitar over his head if I like, bro. Why the fuck are you sweating in the goddamn whiskey, bro? Why would you do that?
I'm gonna find out. If I found that shit out,
he's trying to infect you with that McGregor disease, and he only has the cure.
Don't worry, I got the cure for his fucking face because I'm gonna knock his ass out. When I see him, I'm gonna knock him out. Ain't gonna be in no octagon or some shit. It's gonna be in an elevator where he's coming off half drunk.
You gonna Ray Rice him?
Yep.
Real shit.
Hey man, did you sweat all your fucking? Oh, you fucking right. Like I fucking sweat all the shit. I fucking let it have it after every. Wow! I'm gonna hit that motherfucker and knock his ass out, and boom! I'm gonna walk out.
Real shit, yo.
Looking like a big overgrown Trayvon Martin.
I only ask because if I had a liquor brand, I would do that.
Bro, like, you was weird.
I'll go to the gym, have a long session, take my t-shirt, and bring it out over the bottles.
Hey, did you see that episode? Did you used to watch the Fairly Odd Parents?
What's it called?
Fairly Odd Parents?
Nah.
Okay, so there was an episode where Timmy started his lemonade stand, and basically his fairy would always work out. And he would dip like his sweaty socks in the lemonade, and people thought it was good. Like he was selling them things like mad. Like people thought it was good.
Yo.
Oh my god! Like he like they would take them. They would make this machine. And they would put him on like an exercise bike, and like every 30 minutes they would take off his socks and then put it in lemonade. And then go ahead.
Secret recipes, bro. That's all.
Fuck that.
What's the name? 50 Cent be putting his blood in the vitamin water.
Stop lying. Stop it.
Get the fuck out of here. No,
that's why he made so much money off of it, man. People love it.
Yeah, fucking vitamin water. Put that shit up in there like that. Shit. Fuck that shit. Put that shit in there, man. Fucking straight from the
Yo, I got
him is such a troll. I can picture him doing that.
I got a feeling, bro, that this fucking fight is not gonna last long, bro.
It ain't. It ain't. Look at this. Look at this fucking high-strung bastard here. Look at him. He's mad already. Look at him. He ain't nothing like his brother. It's like yin and fucking yang. Look at him. He's pissed off.
He going for the knockout.
You think Jamel gonna knock him out?
Yeah, I think I got Jamel knocking him out, man. I just don't think that, like, Jason is a big, strong kid, man, but I just don't think I look at him and I'm like, yeah, I don't think you could take a clean shot from Jamel, man. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You guys from Houston, huh? Well, I tell you, Jamal, he's a big bastard.
Yeah, and he hit hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, his resume, like the Charlos get a lot of shit for a lot of different reasons, but I'm gonna say that, look, as far as junior middleweights go, man, the kid's resume
has a good resume.
He has a great resume for a junior middleweight. The only name that's missing is Lara. Well, Lara and Hurd, but yo, it's still a good resume, man.
Yeah, fucking Lara. Who was the guy?
Yeah,
Lara. That was really good.
What happened?
Who was the guy that did the impersonation of Lara?
Oh, that was Alejandro. Alejandro was good with them voices, man.
He sounded like a fucking cousin from like La Lisa or wherever of mine or whatnot. They got a lot of Cuban cousins out that way. It's like a little place north of Havana.
Yeah, I don't like Boxing Ego, but he do some good impersonation. Like he be doing.
Do not big up Boxing. Don't do it.
Don't bring that cocksucker. Bring that motherfucking mama huevo in this. Look. Let me tell you something. That motherfucker got a day coming. Con Kurt. It is la rancha con él.
Real shit, bro. Like that dude is, to me, that dude is bad for boxing. Don't bring that dude up, man. That dude is bad for boxing.
You from Republic, right?
Yeah, I'm Dominican.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you something only in Dominican that only you can understand. Él es Simón. Eres Simón porque eres robaste mi canal. Entonces, él es muerto para él. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. Él es what we call un maricón. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That dude, like, you can't even, like, one time he had a live, right? And I wasn't there to hate. Like, I don't troll, bro. Like, I'm too old for shit like that. He said something, so I asked the question, and instead of answering the question, block him, yo. Block. I'm like, yo, what kind
That's exactly what he did to me. He was like, he came and then he said, "Who wants to get in the hot seat?" And I thought he was talking about like I didn't know what the hot seat was. I thought it was like a questionnaire seat. So I was like, okay, I want to be in it. He top five. So he said, okay, we'll put you in the hot seat because we don't deal with no hate behind people over here. I was like, all right, I'm waiting on you. He told us, you can wait on me and get blocked because I don't wait for no begging behind people. I'm like, dude, you asked me a question. Like what? Like I was like, whatever, man. Dude was just wait.
Now that you said that about the hot seat, that was the exact scenario, and I was begging in the comments, yo, put me in the hot seat, bro. I'll answer your question.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I know my boxing, like just put me in this, like whatever the seat. And I remember he was just like, I'm not gonna deal with no begging behind people, so you can get blocked. I was like, all right, bro. Like I swear, I told myself that the day. I know I was kind of being like super like in a sense like in my feelings, but I was like, if I become a boxer one day and you decide to come up and give me an interview, I'm gonna be like, dude, like get out my face, bro. Like I swear, like you was like disrespectful to the boxing game, bro. Like get out my face. Like him and probably who else? Who's the interviewer? I'm trying to figure out. Like I would just be like, I don't know, maybe Ellie Seckback because I'll probably just troll Ellie Seckback because he likes to troll too. But I would be like Boxy. I was like, bro, I'm not answering no questions from you, bro.
Bro,
Mama Huevo.
dude, he got too many female tenants. Like, really, cause I don't know the dude. Feel me? So I ain't gonna go in. But I'm gonna just say, like, look, you a boxing channel, bro. What kind of fucking bubble you live in? Like, you talking about you gonna put people in the hot seat, bro? I'm volunteering to sit in your fucking hot seat. Really, your lukewarm seat. Cause you don't like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even want to talk about that motherfucker. Like, the dude's a cornball.
It's probably best that you don't, because I'll go hard on him, because I do know enough about this cocksucker to fucking throw bombs on his fucking house. He's a cocksucker. No, he's not gonna confront you straight up. He's not that type of person. He ain't. He's not that dude. You know, he pretends to know, and he wants people to. Those guys control narratives.
Yep.
If you control a narrative, bro, that's not fucking reporting the news or your opinion about the news. That's what you want people to think about how you feel about the news.
Yep.
There's a fucking difference, bro. If you have, like, I believe this. Jules, you might believe this. Bro, on the other end, you might believe that. Whoever's on the other end, you might believe this. I respect that. Okay? And these guys, I must have slapped them with my cock, because these dudes, they didn't come to me. They went to YouTube.
Word.
Like, oh shit, this dude, Gunner Punch Boxing News, he's using our shit against us. I'm like, what?
Bro, if that look, if that is some bitch ass shit, because it's like, yo, if you really want to clear the air, you clear the air.
Rosario's down already.
Stop lying.
He's fucking down. He's
Yo,
fucking
you must be ahead of me, yo, because the fucking round just started for me.
Yo, he's down already, bro. He's down. You got DirecTV, don't you?
Wait. Rosario's down?
Yeah, Rosario went down already. So it's just 2 minutes, bro.
Oh my god! Why did you call? Why did you jinx it? Why did you jinx it?
Yeah.
Oh god!
I fucking said it, yo. Like it's all downhill, man.
Bruh, I get the feeling he gonna knock him out like so quickly that Jamel's gonna be out of breath when they do the post fight interview. They gonna be like, what do you feel about this fight? He could be like, give me a second, man. I gotta catch my breath.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Jason trying to come on. He had him on the ropes for a little bit there.
You remember how tired he was from all that celebrating when he knocked out Lubin?
Yeah. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he earned that celebration because it was a lot of people, and I hate that all those people have disappeared. There's like Lubin going, like, bro, Lubin hasn't beat nobody, bro. Like, y'all bugging out.
I was one of those people. I was like, Lubin probably gonna give him a tough fight. I was saying that. I legitimately thought Lubin was the goods, bro. And then it happened. I was like, dude, literally fell asleep in the ring, like, and his arms were stretched out. I was like, oh my god, like, is dude having a seizure?
Bro, that was literally like the perfect fucking punch, dog. That was just the perfect, well-placed, photo finish punch, dog.
Yeah, you know you did something right if a dude knees fold like right in front of you.
I mean, Rosario.
You know what? You know something? I don't think this fight's going to go what people thought it was going to be. I mean, and as far as Rosario was stunned, I think he got the pound of flesh. I think we got the replay.
What I think is what I always.
No. That's fucked up. That was a slip. That wasn't what people thought it was. Look, watch that shit again.
All I'm gonna say is
not his head, but he went down. Look, he went against the ropes, right? Look at this. Look. He was.
You see, I'm watching
it. He was already going down. Yeah, he was already going down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He was down on the ground, but it wasn't what we thought. The perception's a mother sucker. So.
It was like that. It was like that. Tony Harrison and what's the name fight? What's old boy name? The bald headed guy. Shea Smith. Bro, I thought for sure he got knocked down, but his glove never touched the canvas.
Did they? Are they? My volume is down. Are they counting it as a knockdown?
I'm gonna tell you some good shit. Fuck the volume. Turn that shit off. I was doing the first Charlo fight and CBS. They shut my shit down because they heard fucking they heard the content. So they copyright strike me, bro. So
Yeah. That's why my shit is like you can't hear that shit on this end. Like my shit is low, so I don't even know if they counted it as a knockdown.
yeah, it's fucked up, man. I was like, damn. Okay.
Oh, see, look, that jab got through, and it got through hard, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah, this shit ain't gonna last. These motherfuckers
look at how Charlo is throwing, bro. He is gonna knock this.
Oh shit! Whoa. What happened to What happened to Jermell? Like what he just got hit with. Oh shit! Wait a minute. That's some chopping punches. That's some fucking Tito Trinidad shit he's doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh shit! Wait a minute. What's wrong with Jermell?
Oh shit!
Fuck. You got Harvey Dock again? Look here, man. Let me tell you something. Why you got two referees for the same brother? That's some suspect shit all by itself. I don't like that.
Man, this fight ain't going the distance, man. One of these guys is gonna get knocked out. I just think it's Jason, but good fight so far.
I don't think it's Jason. Oh, wait a minute. Jermel's coming on, ain't he? You know what? Look. I think Jermel's gonna knock him the fuck out. I don't know. I just got a weird feeling.
That's what I think, dog. Jamal
It's just some crazy shit,
man.
Look. Why is he doing that shit? Look, this is firepower versus firepower. Look, Harvey Dock can't save you, cocksucker. Even though I think Harvey Dock is one of those kind of referees that's pretty much, hey, yeah, you do this, we're gonna give you an incentive. We're gonna give you an upside. You know, you play ball.
He got to be careful over committing to those fucking shots. Like, yeah, throw, motherfucker, but throw in his opportunities. Don't just throw to throw. Don't give him nothing to counter.
Mm-hmm.
He really loading up on those goddamn shots.
Yeah, it's bombs throwing, man. I damn Harvey Dock. I'd really like to fucking punch him in his face.
Jason really applying pressure though. He will not be discouraged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to complete that shit so they can go ham and spend about $50,000 in a club with with bitches only, lions only, and bitches only.
Got to be fucking careful with this guy, man. He can punch too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you look at him. You think that look ain't because he ain't got hit?
Mm.
That ain't a confident look. Look at this shit. Where are you at? I mean, I know I'm a little far from you because I'm using Xfinity.
Yeah.
And, okay, they're just starting round 3. So oh shit. Motherfucking Rosario's look, he's committing to those punches, ain't he?
Yep. They both throwing with bad intentions, man.
His punches feel heavy though. I can say that.
Jermell feel him. He feel them shits.
Ooh. Better watch that shit.
Yeah, that fucking left would have chopped him. It would have chopped him in the wrong way. But they throwing bombs because you can tell they're throwing heavy when they fucking miss and their whole body damn near go to the direction they're throwing.
Really?
It just shifts to that side, like mother. Oh, I missed.
Mm.
Good combination, good chopping combination. Look at fucking Jermel looking like Clubber Lang in this bitch.
Real shit.
You know what I mean? He has to do some other shit. You know what I mean? Because he knows I'm in gets a fucking banger. You see that shit? You see what he just did?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like the incoming. He don't like that. So, you know. Okay, what the fuck was this? I don't know about that. I don't know about that shit. I mean, okay, but yeah, it's use your advantages. I get it, you know, but damn, I've always looked at Harvey Doc funny since remember the Lamont Peterson Amir Khan fight.
Mm.
He did just a shit job. You know what I mean? I didn't like it. I didn't really appreciate it. Where are they fighting at?
You talking about you said Amir Khan and Lamont Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the guy? You talking about the guy who's like, let's throw some thunder?
Guy right there, they're just to the right.
Oh my god! I didn't know he refereed after that fight. Like I know he's the guy who's like, let's throw some thunder. I don't know.
Damn, J-Stomp pouring it on, big.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't going nowhere. And see, the problem is, you look.
Yeah, Jamel can take a punch, man. Jamel got a chance.
Yeah, he do.
What most importantly is he's take a punch. He needs to work on his punch placement. He'll be fine. You start to chop them because he's chopping them fucking things. He looks like fucking George Foreman's illegitimate kid, some shit like that. You know, so he might be that guy. You know what I mean? He's chopping those punches definitely. So guess what? If he can land them in the right place, he can hurt Jermel. Because something he landed on Jermel got Jermel.
In round 2, it was something. I didn't see what the fuck it was, but it was something that he landed and Mel didn't look right.
Okay, let's compare this fight to little Tony boxing ass talk shit Detroit Harrison. Did you see him hugging Harrison? No, he didn't have to. Now he's worried about firepower. You know what I mean?
I still feel like Rosario gonna overcommit. He's gonna get caught. He's gonna overcommit and he's gonna get caught because he's getting used to Jamel giving up real estate. He's gonna get caught. When I don't know, but the way these
Jamel better box. You better box. If Jamel don't box, yeah, you better box. There you go. See, he's acting like his big brother. He's acting like his big brother. He better, because if he do not, he's gonna get his ass beat up. Because he's gonna get hit with a punch that is gonna visually show he's hurt. Mm-hmm. Keep chopping to that body. You know, you can tell this is a good fight because it's already the 4th round.
Yeah.
And nobody said shit. You know?
Now looking kind of wild. He's looking kind of wild. Then.
Rosario is not wary of Jamel's power because he's the one coming forward. He's not discouraged. Mm-hmm. He's not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't stopped coming forward yet.
And look, whenever exchange, who grabs? Jermel.
Yup.
Not a good sign. It's not a good sign. That shit looks bad. So, oh, shit. Yeah, dude, he looking. You know who he's looking the fuck like right then? He's looking like Adelara. El Guano. Oh shit. Yeah. See, he's not liking that shit. Why is he dancing like that? This is not a classic Jermel. You know what's happening? Change. Cambio. Ahora.
He's trying to work around that power, man. He's not used to somebody trying to mow him down like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice little hook on the inside from Meldo. Nice little hook on the inside, but he took it well.
I'm telling you, if Jermel loses, there's gonna be so many banana memes.
Bro.
No shit. That ain't right. But yeah, you know. Yeah, look, that dude's coming for him. And he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Man, this is a goddamn Rosario round of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Better figure it out, Mel. Did I underestimate the banana? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's looking strong, man. He looks strong out there, man.
That is Ramon. It is Ramon.
He looks strong out there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that Ramon name.
Mel got to stop. You know what Mel got to do? Forget about making it a firefight. Slow the fight down and set up some traps because you don't want this to be a firefight.
Yep. See, he just took 2 jabs trying to show he is still him.
And he not even tired, bro. He not breathing with his mouth open. Nothing, B. Chill. Good fight.
He feel them punches. Oh shit! Good left hook. Good uppercut on the inside.
Damn, dog. That dude is hard,
man. Oh shit! Whoa! What happened? Yo, why did he jump up at Rosario like that? You see what he did? But you know what?
It's a delay. It's a delay.
That fucking ref's in the pocket. I guarantee you. Look at that shit. Look, that ref is meant to be there for a certain reason. Whenever you see, come on, man, you got 2 double headers and you got the same fucking ref. Why ain't that fucking 20 weeks? Come on, man. Think about that. Yeah. Rosario, knock this cocksucker out. Knock him out. You know why? Because he's not the dude that's supposed to win. That's the problem.
It's wild how much pressure Rosario is putting on him, dog. And he's not afraid of Jermel's power, man. He ain't stopped coming forward yet.
Well, it could be a problem, but as of right now, it ain't. So, shit, we ain't in it. Oh shit. You know what? Jermel might be a fucking weak. Oh shit! Good punch by Jermel, but he might be a fucking weak belly. He might be soft downstairs.
He might be. It might be that he's getting too goddamn big for 154. Damn. Shit. You got to disguise them punches, Mel.
Hmm.
Mm.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I can tell you that much.
I mean, Mel getting off shots, though. He's getting off a lot of hard shots in this round, even though he the main one giving up real estate. It's like Jason is chasing him around the fucking ring, but Mel is landing punches, though. Like, it ain't like he ain't landing punches.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that was a weak exchange. That wasn't worth the replay. Let's see what the hell. Damn, it's already 6 rounds. It's crazy.
Shit's just flying by, yo. I honestly didn't think it was gonna last this long, man. But you know what? It's still a long way to go, and plenty of time to get for somebody to get knocked out. Mm. Bro, he cannot assert himself against this dude. He been backing up the whole goddamn fight. Wow. A lot of real estate, man. You better disguise them punches and with something you don't see, because now he's just chasing you around the ring. Ooh. Oh, shit. Jason is not playing. He is not playing. Mm. There it is. He's on Queer Street. He's on Queer Street. He's fine. Saved by the Bell. Oh my goodness. It was almost over, bro. It was almost over, bro. That man, if that ain't him getting saved by the bell, I don't know what is. Oh my God. Let's see what his powers of recuperation look like, man. Rosario's in a bad way. He's in a bad way. Oh, man, let's look at that knockdown, man. Was that a left hook he caught him? Yep, that was a left hook he caught him with. He ain't stay down, though. You got to give him that. You got to give him that. I still don't think it goes. I don't think it goes the distance, though. I'm just saying that, like, this fight could end in the very next round. Damn. He looks like it looked like Rosario recovered from the knockdown. He don't look shaky no more, man. Missed opportunity there, but not a lot he could do. He was saved by the bell. Mm. 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 You getting chased around the goddamn ring, though, man. Open up, man. Open up or open him up, man. Do something. Gotta give it to Jason Rosario's powers of recuperation, because he looked like he was ready to go at the end of that last round, man. Now he's back applying pressure. We already in the 8th motherfucking round of this shit, yo. I mean, can we really say Rosario is chinny on that shit? He seems to have recovered, bro. Starting to wonder if it is gonna end in a knockout. I mean, shit. What? What? You bugging. You telling me a jab to the body? A jab to the body did that. Yo. Yo. You gotta be shitting me, yo. I gotta see that again. Yo, you gotta be shitting me. I gotta see that again. A jab to the body. All of that off the jab. Bruh. Yo, wait. Yo, dog. What the Yo, dog. What in the high hairline is this? What in the high hairline is this? Bro, the Charlo brothers need to order that Keep shit. Cause they losing their hair, bro. Bruh. Bro, play the goddamn replay, bro. Yo, dog. You said you don't want to see Rosario again? Chill, man. I gotta see the replay. Bro. Bro, I don't know, Chaim. I don't know. Like I said, that's bugged out.
So let me get this straight. He want to fight with a body jab?
Yo, I gotta see it again. Let me.
Bro, Rosario got paid off, bro.
Man, come on now. We gonna do that? We gonna do that?
Yeah, we gonna do this. We is gonna do this, Julius.
Come on, dog. We gonna do that? Come on now. Come on now.
A jab to the stomach? Like,
all right,
did Floyd Mayweather train him on his secret to the body jab or something?
But that shit was partially blocked, bro.
No, he got it.
Yo, did we get got, bro?
Oh my gosh.
But look at the punch. It was partially blocked. All right. Now, bruh, what happened, bro? Bruh, what happened? I mean, look, my prediction was still right. That's all that matters. I said Charlo knockout. He got he got something.
I ain't never seen nobody stopping a jab to the body.
I mean, look, remember, Anthony Yard got stopped by a jab to the face, though.
But that by Sergey Kovalev, that's a different story.
I'm just saying, it ain't the first time somebody got stopped with a jab.
To the body, though? I don't think I've seen that.
Well, for all I know, he ate spaghetti before the fight.
Oh my god! Or some bananas, or some banana pudding, or something like banana bread.
Yo, look, that shit. Look, I'm gonna be honest. It looks sus.
It look like he got paid off, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't. It's just, bro. Like
they promised this dude a lifetime supply of bananas, bro. So he had to take. He had to.
Bro,
he had to take that L.
Bro,
How many times in your life you gonna get a lifetime supply of bananas, bro?
Bro, that shit looks sus.
Wait,
I'm gonna take it for what it is. I'm gonna take it for what it is. Because he was hurting this. Charlo was going through his body in earlier portions of he was going there. That's one. And he was hurt a couple of times in the fight. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just choose to take it for what it is, B. But I ain't gonna lie.
God.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit. All right, man. All right, Jamel. You did what I said you was gonna do. That's the most you could have did for me, bro. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, he had to punch this dude. I don't know, man. He had to punch this dude through his stomach or something.
Bruh, I mean, it's his reaction too. That's what I do when I nut. Like that's the face I be making when I jizz. Like, bro, he hit you that hard, yo? Like, wait, like, why you? It's like part of the fucking punch landed on his elbow.
That's probably what it was. It was an elbow hurt, not his stomach.
So you
You
think
got y'all not watching the replays correctly. He hit him in the elbow, and now he's got a dislocated elbow.
Yo, I don't know, B. That's it. Yo, look, he won, and I said he was gonna win. Thank you, Jamel. I appreciate that. You now one belt away from being the top transformer in Cybertron.
Man, that body shot by jab.
I mean, no, look. He does have a power jab, though. If I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna be. He does have a strong jab. He does, and Jason was hurt earlier, so I don't know. I mean, if he caught him at the right time with it, maybe he took the air out of him or something.
Man, I don't see many power jabs. I ain't never seen him stop somebody with a jab to the body.
I mean, hey, yo, man. Look, man, I'm almost 40 years old.
I never seen Tommy Hearns do that.
Bruh, it's 1:28 in the morning, bro. We gonna have to argue about this shit tomorrow, bro. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But look, he did it. So it is what it is, man.
Jump to talking about some. There's no air down there.
I guess, man. I don't know. Look, man. All right. Shit, yo. Yo, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know what? I'm drunk, so maybe it's just me. Cause I've been drinking wine the whole goddamn time, so.
Drinking that white wine.
Nah, I'm drinking. My wife bought a bunch of pink Moscato, so I just drank. Shit is good, man, but.
It did. I used to sell that in my last job. They had them in them little tiny, skinny cans, like Red Bull cans.
I mean, he really did hurt him off that temple shot, though. I mean, could that have a role to play?
I mean, he got hurt to the head, but not to the body.
Yo, I gotta see that jab again. I gotta see that shit, bro. Because come on, man. See this shit, man. I just can't enjoy the shit.
Boy, that boy got a jab from hell, man. He'll jab you next door. I swear.
Yo, B. Look, man, he fucking won, and my prediction was right. It is what it is, B. I'm going to fucking sleep. Yo, I'm fucking beat.
Oh my gosh.
Look, good card. It was worth the money. It gave us a lot to talk about tomorrow. Weird looking knockout, man. That him and Josh Taylor shit. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, Jamel Charlo wins.
Jamel Taylor,
what?
Josh Charlo with the weird body shot.
Jamel Charlo wins by banana pudding.
Hey, man, I holler at you, man.
All right, bro. Good night.
Hey.